over under on the max number of viewers?
We are live.
Okay.
Where's Harry at? We're missing Harry from Pro Schmo Bets. All right, we just came from that press conference. That was kind of mid, and I didn't really enjoy it, but here we are. Peter Yan.
I enjoyed Merab dog walking Pierre Yan.
Of course.
Yeah.
As predicted.
That was pretty nice.
That was definitely the biggest takeaway, I would say.
I'm just happy that they got chippy with each other because that shit was
it was too friendly.
Yeah, and Merab does better. Like
this is fucking GOAT Merab right here. He's so like angry and competitive. He's not like a dickhead angry, right? He's just very passionate, and you could just feel that in his angry little dwarven, raspy Ironforge World of Warcraft goblin voice, and I love it so much.
I love that.
I love Merab fights, dude.
That was so descriptive,
bro. Greatness in the fucking making, man.
Merab's the GOAT, man. Merab's the fucking GOAT.
I missed a lot of the 300 presser because I was at Presidential Dispensary. You had to buy a moon rock to get into VIP, and I got to meet Merab and O'Day Osborne. Buckley was supposed to be there, but he didn't show, and then I running into him someplace else. But Merab was.
Buckley, where the fuck was you at, nigga?
Oh, dude, that's what I said. Look, listen, he came fucking walking by, and he's like, everyone's trying to get a photo. He's like, nah, man, sorry, I can't do it. And I was like, come on, bro, I just came from Presidential. You're supposed to be with me, O'Day, and Merab. He stops and looks at me. He's like, all right, bro, get your ass over here, and I got a photo of his ass.
That's exactly how we talk to him. Get your ass over here, man, with his fucking country voice and shit.
Yeah, exactly I told him that too. I said, keep fucking going. I said, bro, back down to welterweight we go.
Back down to welterweight. Great fucking call. Should be his coach, goddamn it. I don't know why he ever fought at middleweight. It's short ass.
I know. He was like just at the beginning of making that transition and that idea that he was going to make that cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
All right, so how are we doing this? We have
we're live right now, Harry.
Okay, so we have action on the fight. We talk.
Yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through everything. We're gonna go through the entire card, prelims. We'll give our quick opinions on it, and then if you have something to say it. Just so we're not here for 3 hours, and then we'll get in depth on the main card, where we can all kind of really get into it and give our opinions. That way, it's not that boring. I sent you guys the link. Please post that shit on social media. That way, we can get some motherfuckers in here. That should open it up for everybody. And then if people come in the chat and they want to talk, we're here to talk. That's what we're here to do. UFC 323, guys. I'm excited as fuck for this card. Obviously, I got my boy Merab Dvalishvili being the main event in this one, the final pay-per-view in UFC history, or at least for the next 7 or 8 years, we think. Pantoja, one of the GOATs, guys. Like, we have 2 potential divisional GOATs fighting back-to-back at the end of this card. We have Brandon Moreno, a huge name, versus a young guy in Tatsuro Taira. The return of Jan Blachowicz. It's always fun to see legendary Polish power. Henry Cejudo's final fight. There's a lot of good shit going on this card. Harry, I know you're going to touch on this from a betting perspective. I'm excited, man. So you guys got anything to say about the card before we actually get into the breakdowns and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I got something to say. I was going to say this shit for tomorrow because I'm going to make a whole video essay about this shit. But I think Alexandre Pantoja is the GOAT of flyweight right now, goddammit. I think Demetrius Johnson overrated as fuck. Pantoja's the GOAT right motherfucking now. But I'm explaining that tomorrow.
Boom. Look out for that. By the way, if you're looking for that, look at this thing at the bottom. Follow us on Instagram. Of course, D107 MMA, Dana Black MMA, Harry from Pro Schmo Bets, and MMA Toad. Give these guys some love on Instagram. And then, Chris, by the way, I got to say, you started your YouTube channel fucking finally, bro. We've been asking you for God knows how long right now, but plug your shit, bro. Plug your shit.
I know, man. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got another video I'm posting tomorrow. It's going to be about Pantoja, actually, tomorrow. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And I do appreciate the love, too, bro.
Of course, man. And I got you. I'm always in that bitch commenting and liking and shit. I'm excited.
Yeah, you do stay commenting on my shit. I'll be peeping too, man.
We're about to get
credit to you guys just all week, man. Everyone's content's been really sharp. I really like the quick breakdown. That was a cool segment there. And Chris, your shit's always making me laugh. It's it comes always from a place of heart and truth though, too. That's why the content's good. So
absolutely, man. You already know, man. You know how I do, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Everybody cooking this week, everybody eating this week. Let's fucking do it, fellas.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then like and subscribe, do all that shit. Davey back in the chat with the fire emojis. And then we got this guy. I'm not even gonna try to Bodhid Weller. Pantoja is goated, but nah, not yet. Mighty Mouse's wins are aging well. Tim Elliott and Horiguchi, for example. Shout out Tim Elliott, by the way. Friend of the channel, said we should be doing an interview with Tim Elliott. We met him in Chicago. We were supposed to do an interview fight week. Some shit went down, but chilled with him for a little bit at the hotel. Cool dude. Hopefully we get him on. But man, I honestly love DJ, but I do think Pantoja's resume is crazy, man. Like modern day flyweight to me is a lot better than the flyweights of old, right? Like you guys agree?
Oh fuck yeah, it is. Yeah. Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah, I did statistics looking up that shit and everything, bro. Like, yeah, it's way fucking better. Cause like DJ fought during the fucking Stone Age when the division was in its infancy. You feel me? Like in DJ's third flyweight fight, he had a fucking title shot, which is why he has so many title defenses. And kudos to him and shit like that. But Pantoja had to fight like 8-9 different fights before he got his fucking first title defense. And when you look at how many active flyweights were on the roster and shit when DJ was fighting, there was only like first title win, there was like 14 active fighters in flyweight.
Yeah.
So it's like statistically speaking, like your odds are twice as high as it would have been for like a flyweight in like 2025 or some shit, right? So that's why I think people overrate DJ a lot, especially when they say he's the GOAT of the fucking sport. Like, hell no. Like, he might not even be the GOAT of flyweight, if I'm being honest.
Let's go through just real quick, like some of the wins, some of the like highest profile wins for DJ, since we're on the topic. Tim Elliott, Cejudo, John Dodson. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Kyoji Horiguchi.
Good wins. Yeah, good
Chris
wins.
Cariaso, and then like Joseph Benavidez, like John Moraga, John Dodson again, Joe Benavidez again. Like, split decision. I mean, look, man, I think on just like the quality of opponent alone, man, I don't think you're going on a crazy limb or anything like that. I agree with you, man. I think Pantoja is the GOAT of the division. I really do. Like the level of competition. Look at how many. Okay, I would argue that Brandon Moreno and Brandon Royval are in like the top fucking 6 or 7 in the division, in the division's history, and he's beaten each of them like how many times?
I got a statistic real quick with Moreno. Maybe you guys believe in it too. Would you agree that Moreno, pound for pound, for the size of the dog, has one of the hardest bites? Like, he doesn't look like much.
That's one of my favorite fighters in UFC history. So you're not going to get an argument out of me, brother.
Yeah.
Every time I watch Moreno fight, I become a bigger fan of him. Like, every time. Like,
look, I've always loved Brandon Moreno. There was a while there because I'm a big Figgy fan where I had to hate him, but it was one of those guys that was like hard to hate Brandon Moreno. You know what I mean? Unfucking believable fighter. Toad, I don't know if you're trying to DM like on the side, but your shit popped up right here on the comments. So I don't know if that was meant for everybody, but there it is. You know what I mean?
I was asking viewership too. I wanted to know if it was just a latency thing on my end or his.
I got you. And then Ghost Smoke 420 says, "What up, fellas? What up, dog? What up, Ghost Smoke?" And then DS, like you were pointing
each other on purpose, by the way.
What happened?
You put us next to each other on purpose?
Yeah.
That's adorable.
I feel like it was, look, it's like, it's our channel. It's our channel. Me and you couldn't be at the bottom, and then it has to be a 3-2 layout. I can't figure out how to do a 2-3. So Chris, you're welcome, brother. You're at the top.
You prefer a 2-3 zone or a 3-2 zone?
Appreciate it.
It depends on who you're playing, dog. It depends on who you're playing. You know what I mean? If they're shooting that bitch, you got to play 3-2. But
also a cute ass Christmas background we got going.
Right.
I'm just realizing, like,
'tis the season. You feel me? What is
just run
Brandon
2-3
Moreno?
all day? Y'all niggas want to lock up any offense?
All right, hey, that's a sick card, bro. Was that a Ginter and Allen?
Yeah, because you're 6'8", Chris. Come on.
Exactly.
Is that a Ginter and no? That's sick, dude.
That's a royalty.
Yeah, that's a sick one. How much you want for that, my boy?
No bullshit. Yeah.
I only take in. I don't sell. I'm one of those.
Sadly, Lethal's not here. Just hit up
Dude,
Lethal. He'll send you.
Fuck
some
yeah.
shit, bro.
Dude, okay, so you're collecting Brandon Moreno.
Dude, I got a fucking shoebox of just banger hits of his right here. So
that's fucking sick.
Yeah, he's my boy. So I mean, dude, Moreno has probably made me some of the best underdog money I've ever sweated. Yeah. I probably laid more chalk for Moreno as an underdog than any other fighter. I don't know where the confidence comes from, but with this,
that'll be a theme.
I was like, if he can hang with Figgy, he can fucking hang with everybody. And anytime he was underdog, I hammered. So
that'll be a theme this card too. Like, I think like a lot of my best bets are just on Moreno this week.
All right, hey, let's get into the card, man. Let's fucking get into it. We're gonna start from the bottom. UFC 323. I love the prelims on this card, guys. I think it's actually a really stacked card that's going kind of under the radar. Yeah. So I mean, let's start with this fucking first fight, right? We've got Muhammad Naimov taking on Myron Santos. Of course, the Ultimate Fighter winner, Myron Santos, back in the cage. A lot of hype around this kid. Had a so-so performance, that kind of maybe lowered his stock a little bit. But Muhammad Naimov, not so much of a, not like a world beater, right? So who wants to start here? Just give me your thought. I guess we'll start with Toad. Toad, give me your thoughts on this fight. Muhammad Naimov, Myron Santos. Let's keep it concise, guys, for these prelims, and we'll get into it for the
short and sweet for me. Short and sweet for me. Santos, I like his base, his kicks. He's rangy. He's kind of got that fucking frog legs. He's just got that extension. He works. He gets it done. He's very physical, and I don't know. I see him being pretty dominant. I do give credit to the fact that, dude just beat fucking Nathaniel Wood, and look where Nathaniel Wood is, So Muhammad, in his own regard, has some fight in him. I'm expecting it to still be a fight, but maybe 2 of the 3 rounds go to Santos. Maybe we get a knockout. He's live for that too, but that's it. He's going to probably get a decision.
Boom. Harry from Pro Schmo Bets, Myron Santos, Muhammad Naimov.
Hey, man, Myro, this is a good match. I got Myro Santos by decision. Naimov and him have good kickboxing experience from their youth. Myron Santos has a blue belt in grappling, like Naimov, and I just think we'll have a controversial decision if it gets there because of the power in Naimov. But overall, just slow points, good counter punching, a lot of leg kicks through 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Santos in this one because I like his boxing. I like that his striking is like functional but basic. You feel me? I know Naimov likes to get a little tricky with like a little taekwondo, spinning wheel kicks and stuff like that. But I just don't think Naimov has the boxing to be able to control Santos, because I think Santos is going to keep it in mid-range, which is his best range, and he's just going to control the fight. He's already been through his humiliation ritual, almost getting knocked out by Marshall, you feel me? So I think he's only going to get better from here. He's still mad young. He still has the confidence from the Ultimate Fighter, so I'm picking Santos.
DS.
Yeah, I mean, not going out on much of a limb here. I'm also taking Santos, young, powerful striker. He's got 8 KOs. I'm also just like visually, I'm just not a big Naimov guy, man. Like the wrestling is better. It's better than Santos for sure. Coming off that decision versus Bogdan Grad, I believe he's going to be outgunned, right? I just think he's going to be outgunned. I respect Santos' power more. I respect his pace more. Naimov really has one way, and it's like wrestling control. Like I don't really see any other way for him to win this. Maybe a sub. I don't even see that, to be honest with you. I just think he's going to be too much for him. So I'm going to go Santos by. I'm teetering between either a knockout in like the early 2nd round or like a very clear decision.
Yeah, and then same here, right? So I'm going Myron Santos. I am going decision. He's too long-bodied, man. If he avoids the big exchanges, he's going to win the cleaner minutes of this fight to me, right? One thing about Muhammad Naimov, you look at his resume, and by far the best win is that Nathaniel Wood win. But if you guys recall, he cheated his ass off in that fight. There was like 2 fence grabs, like 5 glove grabs, a couple nut shots, eye pokes. Like the MMA Guru made a whole video dedicated to how this guy cheated in that fight. So yeah, it's a close fight. It's not the fact that we're all going Santos, I think kind of makes it seem like we're all super convinced that he wins. I'm not overly confident in it, but I will take Santos in this one.
Yeah, we're a flock of seagulls on this fight for sure, it seems so.
Right.
No, but you're right though. I'm glad you said that because it's not like a super high confidence pick for me either.
Yeah. And then real quick before we move to the next fight, Davey in the chat said used to be Bam's boy, but he traded for Figgy. Yeah, I did love Brandon Moreno, but man, Figgy's my boy. Figgy's my boy. So that was really tough when those
first time watching a Brandon Moreno fight, like an hour later, I saw a lady get drill doed. So just want to say that.
And then hey, if you remember, we watched Brandon Moreno and Figgy. No, we didn't watch that together. We watched Brandon Moreno Pantoja live, right?
Yep.
Okay. Boom. Next fight of the night. This one, I mean, I doubt anyone here disagrees in this one. But we've got Mansur Abdulmalik taking on Mr. Mackenzie Dern, Antonio Trocoli, minus 1,000.
Not anymore.
Right. The former Mr. Mackenzie Dern. Antonio Trocoli. Guys, he's Mansour Abdulmalik minus 1,000, minus 1,000. Last time I checked this shit. I'll just start out real quick. I'm going Mansour Abdulmalik. I'm going by TKO. I'll say round 2. Antonio Trocoli is massive for the division. He's just not that skilled, though. Chris, I saw you made a little video saying that on Tapology, he's the worst ranked guy in the entire division on the UFC. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But Mansour Abdulmalik is a legit prospect, even though he looked kind of so-so against Cody Brundage. Yeah, Mansour Abdulmalik, TKO. DS.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet here. I very much agree with you. The odds speak for themselves here. Abdulmalik, 8 wins, 7 by knockout. Trocoli, I'm never a big fan. Like, when your biggest claim to like your UFC stature, if you will, is just like having at some point been with Mackenzie Dern, like I think that kind of tells me everything I need to know. This is a pretty obviously very high confidence pick here. I'm gonna go Mansour Abdulmalik by KO, first or second round. I'm gonna probably think maybe end of first.
Yeah, and before we get to Dana Black, this guy in the chat says Alimony Trocoli, which is a badass fucking nickname. Dana Black.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know how I feel about Antonio Trocoli. I genuinely think he's like top 5 worst fighters in the UFC, period. So, obviously,
you're not going to get an argument here, man.
You said what?
No argument here. I think he's very bad as well.
Yeah, he's horrible. Like that Shara Bullet fight, he pissed me off so fucking bad. Like for a nigga that's 6'5" with an 80-inch reach, the fact that he didn't jab, calf kick, nothing, he was just holding on, trying to clinch for dear fucking life. I was like, yeah, this nigga fucking sucks, bro. And he's just mad insecure and shit. Like he was stalking Mackenzie Dern's ex-husband and shit, assaulting her and whatnot. I was like, yeah, he's a fucking weird one, dude.
Yeah, not Chris pulling out the receipts.
Yeah, I remember when Guru made a video about that whole shit. That was funny.
Yeah, he got a misdemeanor assault charge and everything, bro. Like he literally pulled up on this nigga, hopped out the car, punched him, and then hopped back in the car and fucking left. I was like, man, this nigga a bitch, bro. I can't stand that shit. I don't even respect Antonio Trocoli as a man, honestly. So Mansour Abdulmalik all the way.
Damn.
Pro
smoke bets.
Yeah.
Very.
Hey, yeah, of course, man. You know, someone that has grappling prowess. He wrestled in high school. He's got a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. That's his base. I mean, I got him by KO TKO submission, period.
Toad.
Yeah, I mean, at those odds, they say that this dude should be in a body bag first round. That's what those odds suggest. So I think we understand and get to see exactly why it's a 10-1 prop. You know, it's fucking insane, or probably worse at this point, probably 15-1 depending on your bookie. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, the power is incredible, and he's got a good submission game too. It's like these dudes, they can crack you, but when you give up that neck, they'll choke your shit out too. So they'll just get the job done. You know, they understand the assignment. So I think Mansour's just an obvious pick. I mean, hard to fade.
And speaking of giving up that neck, Trocoli is a lucky man for being with Mackenzie Dern for that, getting that treatment there. Look who's back in the chat, boys. Jamal Witherspoon says Dana White is sending Dana Black to federal fucking prison.
What the fuck I do? What the fuck I do? I ain't been shit illegal yet.
I'm saying, hey, we don't even have to.
Fucking illegal.
Right. We don't even have to steal pay-per-views anymore after this one, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's nice, but I'm paying for it because I want Marab to get the fucking points. All right, guys.
Hey, if you pay,
and I want South Park.
If you pay for a box, you still
good. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Moving on to the next fight of the night, we've got the newcomer from Poland, maybe bringing us a preview of some legendary Polish power, Iwo Baranuski, and he is taking on Turkish power. Oddly enough, Ibo Aslan, a guy named Iwo, a guy named Ibo. We've got Polish power versus Turkish power. There's these countries fought at fucking war before. So with that, start with Dana White or Dana Black, bro. You're going to federal fucking prison. What do you got about this fight?
Fuck, as soon as I'm going to federal fucking prison anyway. Yeah, Treaty of Karlowitz, 1699. The fucking Polish defeated the Ottoman Empire, aka modern day Turkey. You feel me? So just off of historical context, the Polish are going to fucking win, bro. Just off of that. Plus, Iwo is just better. Like, I lost all confidence in Ibo Aslan after that fucking Katana fight, whatever the fuck the dude's name was, or Katina, or whatever the fuck. After that, I was just like, okay, so Ebo was exactly what I thought he was. He's a fucking brawl merchant. That's not technical at all. Pretty fun to watch until it isn't. You feel me? When he
Right.
does decide he wants to be technical, he's fucking ass, which we saw. So yeah, I've lost all confidence in Ebo. I'm taking Ewo.
Ewo. Harry, Pro Schmo bets.
Yeah, same deal here, man. There's rumors with sharps in the MMA space recently, but very under wraps about how they believe, and we're talking like serious circles. You know, I'd be fucking with these people that got money, bro. You know, and they think that he's sold like a fight or two, and that the UFC's through with him. So they give him this judoka practitioner now, and slugger, and that's it. I think Iwo Baranwushki is definitely winning by submission or decision, man.
My favorite thing that we do on this channel is these guys with the fucking insane names. Just hearing Harry pronounce them is some of my favorite shit. Code. What do we
I
got?
love that.
100%.
I love that shit.
Hey, Harry has yet to get a name fully correct. It's been 3 Harry, okay. Oh, your mom and your mother and father came up with a name for you, Harry, from Pro Schmo's Bets. Couldn't give a single fuck about what they named.
Hey, yo, bro, Brendan Moreno, bro.
Right.
Boom. Toad, what do you got?
Yo, I mean, the Polish Barney. I think is what I'm gonna stick to for him when I say his name instead of Schmo over here. He's just Polish Barney to me. I think he's about it. The game plan would make more sense to get to the clinch, try to work the fight to the ground, still respecting that first round power. But he has a round or two where he doesn't get an early finish, which is likely what's going to happen. But let's just say the fight ensues, like to the second, third round. We all know Evo ain't shit once he loses that first round steam and he can't pull out like that. So, I like Polish Barney a lot here. I think he gets it done by finish. Submission is the game plan, probably ground and pound.
Boom. And then before we get to DS, this question seems like it's intended to Toad. Where's the dude from Australia gone who was breaking down UFC 322? Shout out Lethal.
Yeah.
Where's he?
Yeah. He's just busy working this week, man. He asked me if it would be okay if he just did his thing at the shop. And I said, brother, absolutely. You know, nothing but love. So what we're going to do is get together and do a weigh-in show Friday night. His Saturday in Australia, but, you know, our Friday night. So I'm definitely going to catch up and still shoot the shit. So if you guys aren't doing anything, come on through and let's talk about weigh-ins and what some of that chalk might look like if someone has a bad cut, you know. So
Shout out Lethal. DS Ewo v Ebo.
Yeah, I love that. That's fucking insane. Like, how do you both have 3 letters in your name and the first and last letter are the same? Or like, yeah, the same. That's insane. That's insane. Anyway, look,
European shit.
This is not a high confidence pick for me whatsoever. It's a big heavyweight class, right? Light heavyweight. Ewo has shown me more, right, in terms of skill level, overall skill level. I think Ebo is a bit of a fraud, quite frankly. Like, obviously he's got huge power. Every single one of his wins is by KO, but he basically he's almost like the big fucking Turkish Terrence McKinney, right? So for me,
it's a brawl merchant.
Yeah, so for me, I mean, I'm gonna go with Ewo. It's not a super high confidence pick. Like I don't know what the odds are, the live or the current odds are for Ebo by first round knockout. There might be some value there. I don't mind that at all. But I'm gonna go for my official pick. I'm gonna go with Ewo.
Yeah, same. I'm going with the Polish fighter here. I'm going decision. Ebo Aslan's tough, man. I know, like you said, DS he gasses out and all that kind of shit, but there's too many unknowns in Ewo. He's only fought 4 or 5 professional fights. He knocked out that Muhammad Ali guy that was from Brazil, which to me was fucking mind-blowing on the Contender Series. We got a black Brazilian dude named Muhammad Ali, but he's Christian. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Hey, every part of that sentence got wilder.
That's what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, I'm going Ewo as well. Before we move on to the next fight, real quick, I miss Goldie. We already showed the comment about Lethal. He'll be back at some point in the near future here. But shout out, I miss Goldie was in the chat last time. We couldn't decide if it was a man or a woman. Can you tell us, like, what are your preferred pronouns, dog? It says Moreno's winning. We're going to get there. Ewo by KO, I reckon. And then we got Ground Steady. Good to be here, boys. Good to have you here. And Jamal Witherspoon, Ewo via sub, bet the house on it. Trust, big trust. Shout out Lamar Jackson, who's playing like dog shit, by the way.
And
guys.
shout out also Jamal Witherspoon.
Shout out Jamal Witherspoon. So
Yeah.
we're gonna. Anyone?
I was just gonna say, I love that you got submission too. Not even just we all think the knockout, but I think the game plan is probably to grapple, probably
Yeah.
get the sub on the ground.
I-
Why
I
not?
could-
Way safer.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
sorry
definitely
to interject, guys. Whenever you can, if you could get me the live odds for the Cowboys game right now, I appreciate you. Thank you.
If someone can do that in the
I
chat
got you.
or one of
I
the
got
gentlemen here. Moving
got
on
you,
to
Small.
the next fight of the night, boys. We've got Dana Black's doppelganger, his twin brother, I believe. he
Oh
calls him.
shit!
Jalen
Yeah, I convinced his ass to come
Tarantula-
out of fucking retirement.
Jalen Turner. He is taking on Junior Edson Barbosa. First of all, shout out to both of these guys. I fucking absolutely love both of these fighters. Jalen Turner, man, I met this dude. He is extremely goddamn skinny. It's crazy how tall and skinny this dude is fighting at 55. Like, it looks like, I mean, if he just had a fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, my boy could fight at middleweight. But
Yeah.
thoughts on this one? It's basically an older guy who's clearly declining versus a dude that we don't necessarily know if he wants to be here, right? Coming back from fucking retirement. Give this one first to DS.
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of looking up
I'll give this one first to Toad.
stuff for Harry. Harry, minus 110 on the Cowboys, by the way.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Hold on. Is that a bet? Should I take the Cowboys in the money line?
That's a great. What's the score? They're down 7, right?
They're down. No, they're down
It's
4.
it's 10-6. Lions are 10-6. Cowboys have the ball.
No,
Minus
don't
1.
take it. Don't take it. Don't take it. They might rig it for a field goal at the end and fuck everybody at the half, like 3.5. So
Okay, you heard it here first, folks, by the way.
yeah, third quarter. In the third quarter, we could guarantee it. Right now, we can't.
We'll cross that
All
bridge
right.
when we get there, boys. Toad.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, Jalen Turner, like coming back, you know, he had to battle through some of those demons, right? Losing that belief in yourself, that mortality that every fighter has to have some amount of in order to even sign that contract and do what they do. And I know family was playing a factor and that sacrifice that comes with the job. Really, it's just like probably crossing the finish line and still losing the race if you're Jalen Turner, having a fight that you've literally won, but then you somehow lost and fumbled it. He's definitely a huge talent at the weight class. He's dangerous. He's definitely one of the most athletic frames out there. But he's just had a tough go. So this is a tough, like, in the sense he's coming back, but man, they made him dodge a big bullet. Because that weight, dude, lightweight has some of the most fucking insane killers. No matter
And it's
where you
Edson
schedule
moving
a
up,
fight.
right? So
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, in that too. So it's just like, man, they gave him a good comeback fight. If he can't pass this test, then maybe he was leaving for the right reasons. And I like Turner. I was excited to watch him at 300. So I think he gets a show out performance here. If he doesn't get the knockout submission, obviously he'll get a unanimous decision. I don't see this being a fight he loses here, but yeah, happy to see him back at least.
yep. And we're gonna go to Harry here, but Harry, real quick in the comments, Lenny BK, is this your boy, right? This from Bare Knuckle, isn't it?
There we go, brother. There we go. The insider. Let's go.
Boom. What up? All right, Harry, go for it. Edson Barbosa, Jalen Turner.
Man, people thought Barboza looked sloppy with that fight with Drakkar Close. Something like Andre Lee, man, and a lot of common normatives with fighters that don't want to pay gym dues. They end up in their garages, and that's somewhat what the training regimen was customized like for Edson Barboza. That's why you're seeing him, heavier now, tanking with the cardio as the start of round 2 comes about. And I think we'll see that play out here. He's too big, he's too heavy. Jalen's got the distance, to knock him out or submit him, and that's the bet. Jalen Turner by KO TKO submission.
Yeah, and I'll say this real quick before I'm glad you said that story, because at UFC Chicago, which is where Edson Barbosa fought last, we're followed on Instagram by Coach Alex Davis, aka Sensei Davis, who's Edson Barbosa's head coach, right? That's his main guy. I was at the Fighter Hotel before the fights, maybe like 2 hours before. A bunch of the people left for the prelims. Of course, Edson was on the prelims. I saw Edson leaving, and then like 30 minutes later, we were about to get out of there and go to the card, go to the fights. And I saw Alex Davis walk up. He walked up to me. We started talking a little bit at the bar. And I was like, dude, aren't you going to the fights? And he's like, no, I don't think I'm going. So I don't know if that has anything to do with that. It was just kind of a weird situation. But, yeah, I'm going Jalen Turner on this one, man. I love Edson Barbosa. Still obviously very dangerous. Still one of the better strikers we've seen in the last 10, 15 years of the UFC. But at this point, age, man. Age has got to catch up with him at some point. It looks like he's starting to decline. I love Jalen Turner, man. I think a lot gets made about his record, which is so-so, right? But we've seen him in some fucking wars against some really good fighters. The Dan Hooker fight was really goddamn impressive. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just think he's younger. He's more athletic. He's in his, I don't know if it's his natural weight class, but he's the clearly bigger guy at the weight class. Give me Jalen Turner round 2 KO DS.
Dude, I'm like having a pretty hard time with this one. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, you know why it's interesting for me? It's because Jalen Turner is obviously fucking massive. He's what, 6'3"? He's huge, right? So, but like for me, I feel like he's the one that should probably try to get it in close. So that's why it's interesting to me. Like he's a taller guy, but I feel like Barbosa, like Jalen Turner, he has the tall guy defense, right? Where he keeps his chin up a little bit too much. He kind of leaves it open a lot of times. So, man, like I know he's getting older, but Barbosa's still fucking dangerous, man, and he can get that leg up there. So this is a no bet for me from a betting perspective for sure. But like I want to pick Barbosa, I'll be honest with you, but I am going to go with Jalen Turner. I'm going to go with like a late second round knockout. I'm kind of banking on the fact that Barbosa, like you said, Bam Bam, is done. But man, like I think it's kind of close.
Mr. Dana Black.
Yeah, I'm gonna just have to go with my twin and then Jalen Turner, man. I mean, I got a lot of confidence that his retirement did a lot for his mental health. You feel me? Because sometimes a nigga just need a break. If I'm being honest, a nigga just need a break. The nigga needed a break. I mean, honestly, bro, if I land a head kick that clean on Dan fucking Hooker and I still fumble the bag and lose, I would need to retire too. Like I would have just rage quit it, bro.
That Moicano, bro.
Improved. You know, he has a 100% finish rate for a reason. He's extremely talented. And Edson, I don't trust his gas tank. I think he's going to lose. I think he's going to get finished via ground and pound in round 2. And I'm going to rock it with my boy Jalen Turner.
Hey, Chris, was that was what you just said? Was that a reference to that song, the Tyler Cassidy song, or no?
What? Oh, giving it a break? Yeah, it was a reference. My nigga needed a break. He needed to give him a break, and he got his break.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
He kills that. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's
he really
hilarious.
Is, though.
Yeah.
So before we move to the next fight, a couple comments let's get through. Shout out Lenny BK, also known as Lennon_BK, bare knuckle fighter. It's Harry's boy. He's showing us some love in the chat, shows us love on Instagram. Guys, go follow him on Instagram. Badass dude, great fucking fighter. He's fighting soon, right, Harry? This weekend or something?
Yeah. Yes, sir. He's fighting soon, bro. I don't know if I could leak that. I'm not even sure, but yeah, he's fighting.
He posted it. I think he posted it, so you're good.
Right,
I wouldn't know if he didn't post it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, shout out to our boy Lenny, BKFC, doing big things this year, 2026. Let's go.
Boom.
Hell yeah, Lenny.
Yeah.
Turner W says Bodhid Weller. Am I reading that right? Hopefully. Barbosa looked washed against Drakkar Close. Yeah,
he did.
Man, unfortunately, he did. We were there live. As we mentioned.
We've all agreed on every fight so far, I think.
We'll disagree soon. It's coming. I miss Goldie, Jalen Turner by KO.
A couple of these are easy, yeah.
I didn't like the fact that
I just
Barbosa
want people to know
that
like we're not doing it on purpose. This is just that kind of card where I feel like it's like a pretty clear card. Like in the Creator Challenger in Dino, I feel like there's going to be a lot of similar answers this week.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of locks.
I miss Goldie says, bro said cowgirls. Absolutely. Shout out the Bears, first place. The Ball Show _live puts a frog in here. I'm assuming that's for Toad.
Hey, what's going on?
Boom.
Glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Let's go.
It's sick to have your own emoji, bro.
We should come up
with
right.
No,
Bodhead Weller. Turner does have a habit of losing fights that he's winning and letting opponent back in. Hooker, Moicano. The Moicano one's unfucking forgivable. Miss Goldie says, I get that, but Barbosa won't grapple. He only kick boxers, and he's getting up there in age. I don't like the damage Edson took against Murphy. Neither do I.
Hey,
Grounds,
Dino, I'm sorry. Let me just hop in. Hey, Turner is like, you know what I say a lot of the time on this channel is like the mental side of things. Like that Moicano one was fucking weird, bro. Like I cannot. That's like one of those where like I can't just like not think about it every single fucking time you fight.
Facts.
Right? Like that was, I don't know, that was insane to me. Like it looked like he just gave the fuck up.
Ground Steady, which I believe is
No.
Cancer, renamed because it's the same fucking profile picture, right? That was Cancer's profile picture.
You had to
I
change
don't
your
know.
heart.
Boom. Anyways, Jalen all day. I promise. I'm his Goldie puts the tarantula in there. Hey, boys, H. Fuck yeah. If he pulls the 300, I'll find this guy myself and deal with him. Is the Bobby Green late stoppage fucking up Turner's finishing instinct? I don't know, man, but that was aggressive as hell.
Dude, that was the worst stoppage, like from like too late side of things in like the last 10 years easily. Like
Big time. And then Yoshi shouting out Harry saying, bro in the vest got some serious drip.
he does though. He does.
The Harry drip. I'm his Goldie says, no, he tried to get 300K bonus at 300 with a walk.
Wait, hold on. Are two of you wearing vests right now?
Oh shit, it might be
We
for
are.
Chris.
I feel like I need to go get a vest right now.
Fuck yeah, rock that shit.
And then Cancer did change his fucking name, guys. All right. So we're getting back into the fucking fights. Where we
Marvin
at?
Vittori.
Marvin
Bruno
the Italian guys. Marvin the Italian Dream Vittori taking on Bruno Fajeda. I'm gonna let Chris start with this one. Chris, Marvin Vittori, Bruno Fajeda. What do you got, brother?
Yeah, it's a little conflicting
6'7".
because you know, on one side, Bruno Fajeda, all of his wins are by fucking finish, incapable of winning a decision, and then you got Vittori, who's incapable of getting finished. So I'm taking Vittori. I'm gonna take Vittori because Fajeda has shown that if he can't get a finish early on, that he's just not gonna win. I don't think Fajeda can grind out a decision. I'm taking Vittori. His chin is indestructible. You feel me? He's more so like a decision type of guy anyway. Most of his wins are usually by decision regardless, you feel me? So I'm gonna just ride with Vittori, man. I don't think Fajeda has what it takes to finish him.
DS.
Yeah, I mean, again, another super high confidence one for me, to be quite honest with you. For like, I agree with all the reasoning behind what you just said. So I'm gonna go with Vittori. I just think he's overall the better fighter. Just quite simply, for you pretty much covered it all, man. Like I agree with you. If he does, like he goes balls out, Figueiredo does. So yeah, for the same reason that you just said, I'm taking Vittori, and Vittori's not getting a finish, so Vittori by decision.
By decision.
Pretty much, right? Marvin Vittori by decision is what I'm going with. He's gonna have to survive a storm, but that's what Marvin Vittori does. Granite fucking chin somehow. Best chin I've ever seen in my life inside the organization.
Dead ass.
And Bruno Fajeda is just like a slugger, man. So I don't see how Vittori gets finished.
I love Bruno Fajeda though. He is fucking fun as fuck to watch though.
He's fun. You need those kind of guys in the sport, but Vittori by decision for sure. What's up, Chris?
Wait, hold on. This is a side question, but do y'all think Vittori's chin is better than Cheeto's?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's close, but I do.
I've never seen him like wobbled, Doug.
Yeah.
You know what I
true.
Yeah.
Toad.
I
Smoky
slightly agree,
Toad.
but after that knee Cheeto ate at $2.99,
That was
Okay.
crazy.
I thought that was the best chin
Okay.
I ever fucking saw.
You know, how about
That was
this, Chris? Like from a single shot perspective, you're right. That was the craziest shot I've seen somebody take and not drop.
yeah.
Facts.
So, despite all the smoke in the air, I'm going to tell you guys I'm not smoking when I think that I'm going to fade Vittori this week. And it's weird. It's such a weird thing. I'll explain why.
Okay.
Vittori's bigger. He's fought higher level ceiling of the weight division. He's more veteran. He's more experienced. He's got better wrestling. He shuts down a lot of the bullshit that Bruno does. But, like, I caught myself knowing that his last fight was more of a mental thing with everything going on in his personal life, losing his brother the way that he did. So I give him that. But I just knew that eventually he'd fight somebody who at least is a loaded gun in the first round. And we could see this guy get cracked. We could see this guy get hurt. And I'm not saying like Bruno is more likely to knock Vittori out. Fuck no. He's got a granite chin just like Gaslam. Like we need to put them two motherfuckers in a hell in a cell and let them just have a 10-round fucking barn burner, because I don't think they can knock each other out. But I see actually Bruno getting a submission.
DS, speaking of Hell in a Cell, we're going to the WWE, right? January, February when they come here.
We have to go to that.
It's just in my prediction. I think that we see an early sequence where Bruno hurts Vettori, and Vettori's like shelling up and kind of wrestling and putting his head down and putting his, he's reaching out, and we see Bruno cinch up the neck and get a choke off on Vettori.
Man, you're almost selling me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like you're almost selling me.
Like a fucking guillotine almost.
Okay. I could see it, Harry.
All right, so Marvin Vettori, he's my biggest bet. Not a lot of people know this, so if you're tuning in, we sold picks this week. My entire community, we're talking like I have maybe 104 DMs about, hey, what's up with the picks? What's up with the picks? And I'm making it clear through the story. I'm not producing it because I had some assistance, $7,000 worth of AI tools to be able to provide fight predictions for whoever paid for it, right? $9.99, period. Why am I doing this? I do it one time a year, donate the money to Compassion International, period. Done. That's it. Optimize the search engines, proschmobets.com. That's all I need, right? Everyone in their geolocation pinging my website, helping me optimize, right? Because, we want picks is leading the fort there. Yeah, I understand. Marvin Vettori is now countering. He's on the back foot. We've never seen this shit before. It's crazy. However, you're right, Toad. They're giving him, someone that like a loaded gun, right? The analogy in the first round that could put it on Marvin, and then that's it. That's all you have. You had that one shot, and I love that for him. He's looking the best he's ever looked. He's incredibly aligned. His shot selection, all his sequences you see on grids, beautiful, man. This guy has put in so much work this fight camp. It's unfortunately that his mental was, used and abused by the tragedy of a sibling's, death. Went into the fight with Brendan Allen, still was relatively close. Yeah. And there we go. Now he's got someone that's about only 5'8". If I'm not 5'9", very small for middleweight, bro. We're talking big motherfuckers, bro. Joe Pyfer, monsters, bro. You understand what I'm talking? The middleweight, bro, huge RDRs. Marvin Vettori's that can stay in there. Bruno Ferreira, unfortunately, is not winning this fight. So I'm taking Marvin Vettori, biggest bet, decision or submission. Let's get this money.
I love it. And then two things.
Hey, Dino, you got to go to the chat, bro. There's been some.
I know. So that's what I was going to get at. Two things we're going to do. Just moving forward, I don't want the chat to think you're being ignored. When we're doing these fight breakdowns in between fights, I'm going to go back and read everything on the stream. So we'll see you guys. That's how we're going to do it. But one more thing. Me and DS always break down how we don't give each other our picks, but when we do the show. However, since we've been in this thing on Instagram where we have to give our picks, it's like we're two people doing one set of picks, right? So our official picks end up as one. So we have to talk about them and agree on them.
And we go off like what? We go off what? Like if you have like a super strong feeling on somebody and we disagree, and I'm like, I'll be like, okay, go. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I knew that most of you guys had Vettori, and I explained why Vettori is the logical thing. But this was like I have something stopping me. Much like I paused when I evaded BSD. That just like, I'm just disrespecting the loaded gun part a little bit here. And so obviously if it goes to the judges, I do not expect him to win, right? This has got to be Bruno gets an early upset where it has like Vettori in a weird position, weird scramble, damage, chaos. Or it doesn't happen at all, Vettori masterclasses. So I respect the move, Schmo. I hope my pick's wrong so you can cash out, bro.
Let's get it.
And here's what I was getting at. Since we have to do that, me and DS, whenever we send each other picks, we send a percentage of like our confidence level. The Vettori confidence level was only at 60%. So again, don't get it twisted. Like we're sure Vettori's going to win, but we'll move to the chat real quick. I Miss Goldie says, hello, Cancer. I remember you. It was Cancer, by the way, who changed his name. It's nice to see a friendship fucking brewing in our chat. Anthony
that's so
Ramos.
cute and purified, on God.
My confidence, by the way, is 50-50 on that. It's a coin flip for me. It goes either one of two ways.
Anthony Ramos likes the Bruno win. I mean, the Bruno pick. He says, am I crazy to think Bruno wins a UD? I mean, after everything we said, it's possible. Goldie, what up? They are friends now, so that's nice. Bod Hidwell Vittori, similar to Turner, looked mentally shook last fight. I think that had to do with his brother and that whole situation.
Yeah, God forbid, bro.
Yeah, that's wrong.
You know?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not picking Marvin shithead Vittori. He's so ass to me. I'm going to pick Bruno by an aggressive pressure decision. Not going to lie, Vittori could outvolume him. Hell yes. Phone booth.
Hey, the change, the code switch there was crazy.
Chris, what are you doing on this,
Ass,
bro?
but
What are
he's
you,
like good ass.
Chris burning shit on stream, bro? Like,
Oh,
doing, bro?
we're pouring one out for fucking Marvin's
yeah.
bro, man.
It's my
Vittori
ADHD
is-
taking over. I just decided to start lighting shit on fire.
That's what I was joining in on. I thought he was like pouring one out for the homie, bro.
Bro,
I'm
Vittori
lighting
getting
shit on
finished. I agree with the Bruno pick. So we got a lot of people going Bruno.
I get
Hit
it,
by
man. I get it.
decision. What is it?
I get it. I love Bruno Ferreira, bro. Like, I think he's sick.
He's a fun fucking fighter.
I just trust Marvin Vittori, and I think the mental side of things matters a lot. You know.
Here's a good one. If you all turn to girls, for one, are you letting the boys smash one time for the one time or what?
Go ahead. You start, Dino.
Man, personally, right now, I wouldn't think so. But there's
Wait.
a chance.
Hold on. Can we set some rules?
Yeah.
Like, you all turn to girls. Do I know how long I'm a girl for? Like, am I a girl forever? Or is it just like, oh, I'm a girl for like a day?
I would assume it's just like for a little bit, right? Like you might be a girl for the week. You know what I mean?
Okay. Honestly, is that gay if you let your boys hit? If you're a
I
girl?
think so, because you're gonna be coming back.
Because it's like a soul level gay.
Right. You know what I mean?
Like, no, like my soul's not gay. And
Right,
if you
so-
are, God bless. Like, I'm not saying that. Just, yeah. For me, no, as well. I agree.
Yo,
Anyone-
Dino. Dino, I have to go, man. I got an emergency I have to tend to, brother.
Oh shit.
All right,
Hey,
Harry,
listen,
you're
so
good.
I'm gonna give you my thoughts real quick. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for
I'm
it.
gonna start from the main card, then come down.
Go
All
for
All
it.
right, to the prelims. All right, brother. So check it out, man. I got Peter Yan. I wanted to take Joshua Van, but Joshua Van unfortunately has a blue belt, and his boxing is only aligning now. So despite his having holding records for most significant strikes in that weight class, it comes from fighters that absorb too many strikes. So, but that's not to draw or downgrade him at all. He's incredible. He'll be back. He's very young. He's 24. He's a baby. He's a kid, bro. Right. So I had to screen Peter Yan and Merab, and I loved everything about Peter Yan. I love all his record, all his wins, everything he does, mostly his fighting styles. But then I love the money. I do predictions, but I do money first. Okay. So one of the things I noticed is that Merab is the biggest bet, largest volume bet in a long time. And usually this happens when you're frequenting big favorite odds on, BKFC on the same Saturday night, boxing, same Saturday night, Andrew Tate, same Saturday. There's always a fucking frenzy of all these combat sports, big NBA games, rivalries on TV for college ball. And Merab is getting parlayed the hell out of him. All right. Now, when have we seen this again? With Tom Aspinall. We've seen it with Magomed Ankalaev against Pereira. We saw it with Gene Silva. We saw it with Zhang Ming against Johnny Walker. We saw it with Poirier against Max Holloway. Taliesin Teixeira. We saw it with Topuria. And then we saw it with Buckley and Usman. The only one that survived all of this shit was Topuria. He's the only one that survived this heavy betting handle. The only one. Now, I'll make sure I buy you a steak, and I'll buy DS a steak that I owe him if Merab can cover that trend and that stat. But if he cannot, then let's go Peter Yan on the money line. All right. And now I'm going to continue, right, with my bets. I'm going to tell you what I got. Next fight, I got Pantoja by submission. Beautiful. I got Moreno, man, Tatsuru, great fighter. But, he left the Ruka gym with Perillo. I don't know why. I don't know why he left. They were starting to sharpen his hands. He needed it. Hyung-Sung Park, who just fought Bruno Silva, got his ass choked out. And Tatsuru was looking sloppy in there. This was a short notice fight too. Thank God he got the submission, all because of hip placement. And then we got, I love, Peyton Talbot by knockout. I literally just saw Cejudo with boosters. Okay. The shits that you can buy online that gives you 4 inches. Go look at the presser and you're going to see he can't even walk in them. He's looking like a duck in them. All right. I love, that. Cejudo's a great fighter. He's an Olympian, but unlike Raoni Barcelos, who possesses a BJJ black belt, Raoni Barcelos is also a freestyle wrestler. My boy Henry Cejudo's got a white belt in jiu-jitsu. I repeat, white belt. All right. I like Dawson over Torres. I love Macy Barber over Karine Silva. Even if it gets a close decision, it'll be fucking controversial, but they need it for the matchmaking, the top 5 in that. And I love Nazim Sadykhov, man, against Fares Ziam. Nazim cannot afford to lose here. You understand? He cannot afford to lose it. He's already of age. He's got this 4-fight win streak. He cannot do it again at lightweight. He's too big. He's too big. He cuts down too much. Fares Ziam, he can lose here. And he's so credentialed since the age of 12 being in combat sports. His father, a professional boxer. He could come back. He could bounce back. Very young boy. Yo, love you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me in the space. And I'll follow up with you guys through text, man. And I'll continue watching this video as I head to my emergency now. All right, guys?
Yeah, appreciate you, Harry.
God bless, bro. Hope everything's okay, bro.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, best of luck to you, my boy. Take care.
Cool. All right. So now, hey, let's get back to these comments real quick, and then we'll start moving along. We're dragging a bit here. All right. Let's see. Where were we at? Real quick. Unknown. We already talked about that. Chris, I wanted your opinion on this. I thought it would be hilarious, but he said, if you all turn into girls for one day, are you letting the boys smash one time for the one time?
Fuck yeah. If I'm a girl, I want to know what it's like to get my shit cracked. If I'm only going to be a girl for a day, shit.
Boom. Mario Craft
What the fuck I'm going to do? Sit around, wait for my period to start? I'm going to get some use out of the pussy I got.
Nuts. I miss Goldie. Very random. Wants your thoughts on that?
Okay, I'm not even.
Let's just let it go. Very random, but I got your thoughts. They want our thoughts, guys. 2-leg Parlezy, Lord Silva and Amanda Nunes. It's okay. I do think Gene Silva. Gene Silva. He's fighting Arnold Allen. Amanda Nunes is fighting Kayla Harrison. I got Amanda. The Gene Silva Arnold Allen fight to me is close, probably Gene Silva, but I could see Allen winning that. Anyone else?
I feel literally identical to what you just said. Like, it's not like a parlay that I would write a comment on YouTube about, like.
All right. Lenny wants to shout out the Toad. Toad ain't crazy. When you're known for having a good chin, it also means that you get hit a fuck ton. If it goes long, I can see the judges on some bullshit, but he can't go against his boy, Harry from Pro Schmo Bets. Yep. Ground steady. You expect me to believe that a man who has never been submitted or knocked down is going to lose this Saturday? Hell no. Davey says like and subscribe. Shout out Davey, and y'all should do that.
You just gotta not go so much by the statistics and look at the type of fight. Like, again, it's either Bruno by chaos or Bruno loses, right? So it would be a surprising moment, a surprising sequence. Now we're in a scramble, and I would not discredit Marvin Shin if he gave up his neck while wrestling the way he does while striking versus actually Bruno cracks him. So it's got to be a submission kind of breakdown for me. But yeah, I agree. It's a really weird fade. And I told y'all I'd be alone on this one. So I got Bruno for a second round finish.
And then this guy, Yoshi, says you just started watching us, guys, but it's sick to have a group breakdown. I love that. Man. Jay Perro, the press conference was boring. That it was. Ground steady rules is crazy.
Yeah, thanks for having me too, guys. Appreciate it. It's been a good year. About plus 80 units for me. So it's been my best year at doing this. So I'm just having so much fucking fun geeking out on this shit with you guys. So I appreciate you having me. This is a dope card. It's sad we have such a big break, but I look forward to UFC Paramount.
It's going to be badass. Lenny back in the chat says, fake ass friends if the boys eating if they hungry. So he's on Chris's side with that one. He doesn't agree with the rest of us. Goldie, yes, exactly what I was saying. The blue belt will be tapping in 3. Response here. Who banned me, brother? Nobody banned you. You're in this bitch. And so on and so on.
I got Pantoja by first, second, or third round submission.
Boom. Yeah. So look, we're back. Tommy Vaughn says, did you guys see video Habib talking with the pro football player on Zoom? I did not. You can send that to us on IG, brother. And guys, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it real quick.
It's like herding cats over here. Sorry, guys.
I'm fucking saying. All right, where are we at? That was just Vettori and Bruno Ferreira. Moving on, Nazim Sadykhov taking on Fares Ziam. I'll be quick with it. Harry is going with the dog. He's going with Nazim Sadykhov. And so the fuck am I. I'm going Nazim Sadikov, man. He's too much of a dog. Fares Ziam is a boring fighter. He doesn't have, like, I know he has some crazy finishes, right? The knee against Matt the Steamroller Frevola is one that everybody remembers, but he's just not that kind of fighter to me. He's got that French savate style. It's boring. I'm not for him. Nazim is fucking chaos. Dino, what do you got?
Yeah, I think a fight like this is about moments, man. And I think I just trust Nazim Sadikov as well. And I know it's not like a big dog. It's interesting that 3 of us in a row just went dog. But look, I know Ziam is tall and he's rangy and he's technical and he's been on kind of a hot streak, obviously 5-fight win streak. I just, he's going to try to play the range game, right? Like I think this is kind of that kind of fight, right? So I see a lot of people picking Fares Ziam. I just don't see it. It's not like a super high confidence pick for me, man. But I also just trust Sadikov more. I think he's just going to be able to set up more impactful moments in this one.
Dana Black.
Hell yeah. After I give my picks for this, I'm going to have to leave, but I'm going to go ahead and give like a whole rundown of all my picks after this as well. But I'm taking Fares Ziam, and I think this fight's going to go down exactly how it went down with William Gomez and Joanderson Brito. Like, yeah, Nazim is the more chaotic guy. He's the guy that can handle that fire more, but I trust Fares' ability to weather a storm. So I'm going to have to take Fares by a boring decision. He is boring as shit, though. I hope Nazim wins, but if I'm putting money on this motherfucker, I'm taking Fares, honestly.
People talk about boring. He might be the most boring motherfucker. Toad, wrap it up with this one.
Yeah, I like Nazim, man. Black Wolf, I like that. Obviously, by having that Bruno pick, talk about BSD the week before. Yeah, I like these chaos guys, these guys that thrive in it, live in it. When he's fucking teeing off, it's impactful. You can tell these guys feel that hurt, that zap. But he's very durable himself in his game. He's scrappy. He's good. And I always get Zaim's fucking picks wrong. So this could, for all I know, I'm just getting yet another one where I'm trying to fade him like Mike Davis, and I just don't get it right. But I like Nazim too much. I respect this guy, so I think he gets a finish.
Boom. And then Chris, I'll fucking big screen you. That's me. That's not you. I'll big screen your ass right here. Okay. I'm gonna pull up these fights for you. Rapid fire through these bitches. All right.
Rapid fire.
Macy Barber. Carini Silva.
I'm taking Carini Silva because I am Carini Silva's biggest fucking glazer, right? I still remember when she was on that 4-fight straight finish streak, you feel me? And I stand by what I said when I called it a female fucking Shavkat Rachmanov, goddammit.
I love that Carini fucking Silva. Picture.
I'm not leaving the fucking hype train. Next one, we got Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. Terrence McKinney, I don't trust that nigga. He's getting knocked the fuck out. We know this. He is literally allergic to a fucking decision, and Chris Duncan has shown that he can't grind out a decision in an ugly dog fight, you feel me? So I'm trusting that nigga Chris Duncan. I don't trust Terrence McKinney. Now, what I will trust him in is that fucking under. That under prop is a fucking lock. Now, Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. I'm going with Manuel. I ain't gonna lie. Grant Dawson, after that shit, like, here's the thing, right? Even though I think Grant Dawson is a better fighter, the better fighter doesn't always fucking win. And Manuel Torres, he's a fucking marauder, bro. Mexican marauder. You know he has an iron chin. You know he's not afraid of a fucking dogfight. He's got some power. He's long as shit. I think he might catch Grant Dawson. I think he's just gonna punk him, honestly. So next one, we got fucking first fight of the main card. We got Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdangrad. I'm definitely taking Bogdangrad. Jan Blachowicz is way too old, way too slow. Way too fucking washed. I don't even know how he's going to
tripping my ass out right now with your picks, bro.
Dude, I'm with him though. That's the best part. I love this.
It's Bogdan Guskov, not Bogdan Grad. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, I keep getting the fucking name wrong. Every
Baraka,
time I see Bogdan,
bro.
I want to say Grad. But Bogdan Gustav, fucking hitman, alopecia man, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I'm taking Bogdan Gustav, goddammit, because Jan Blachowicz is just too fucking old. Peyton Talbot versus Henry Cejudo. I'm going with Peyton Talbot. Cejudo, I don't really see a path of victory for him. Like bro said earlier, like Raoni Barcelos, he has freestyle wrestling credentials and massive jiu-jitsu credentials, right? Henry Cejudo, even if he did get a takedown, he wouldn't be able to keep him down. And that's his biggest path to victory. He's not going to outstrike the motherfucker. So, yeah, I'm taking Peyton Talbot. And then next one, we got Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. I'm taking Brandon Moreno. I don't even know how Tatsuro Taira is a fucking favorite. Some of the sports books had him as a fucking favorite. I was surprised. You feel me? It's a close fight. But after the Royval fight, Like a guy like Moreno, a guy that can really box, a guy that has a lot of volume, a guy that has been in the fire with Figgy 4 times over and has fought world champions. I don't think Tyra's ready for that shit yet. You feel me? He's gonna get there. Like I do think Tyra's gonna touch the belt one day, but now is not his fucking time. You feel me? It's still Moreno time. People forget Moreno's still in his fucking prime. So next one we got Alexandre Pantoja versus Joshua Van. Taking Alexandre Pantoja. I mean, Van, as great as Van is in the one dimension he's really good at, he's still one dimensional. You feel me? Like no one's really tested Van with the grappling like how Pantoja will. Like I want to see how good Van's get-ups are gonna be. I want to see his submission defense. I'm trying to see all that shit. And I think Pantoja's gonna put it to the fucking test. I don't know if Pantoja's gonna finish Van, because I'm sure it is flyweight. Everyone can scramble in flyweight, but I'm taking Pantoja. I kind of want to lock it, but I'm not going to play lock it because Van is a fucking dog. And then we got the second biggest lock of the fucking card, Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan. Petr Yan in his recent fights hasn't given me any type of reason to think that anything's going to be different for this fight. I think Merab is still going to bully the motherfucker. He's still going to outpace him. Yan is still going to have a slow-ass first round. And it's only going to get slower from him because he's going to get fatigued. He's not going to be able to make any fucking reads. And he's going to get shitted on. He's going to get fucking dog walked. You feel me? So, Merab all the fucking way. That's the second biggest lock of the fucking card, honestly. But, yeah, those are my fucking picks.
Shit, fucking Dana
Cooking.
Black. Absolutely cooking. All right, Chris, go do your thing, brother. Thank you for joining us, as always. Appreciate
Absolutely,
you, dog.
man.
And guys, go show him
Absolutely.
some love on Instagram, Dana Black MMA, obviously. And then he just started his YouTube channel, same exact fucking name. Go check him out there. You already know Chris is gonna be coming.
He's funny as fuck, dude. I love his shit.
He's hilarious.
Are you getting kicked out of B-dubs? Are you gonna see your shit ripped out in the snow wherever the fuck you're at?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. If Petr Yan wins this fucking Saturday, I'm gonna get kicked out of B-Dubs. I'm definitely getting kicked out of B-Dubs.
I'm looking forward to it, bro. Let's do it. I'm rooting
That's
for
gonna
him.
be
Appreciate you, brother.
unbelievable. But yeah,
Easy,
love you
bro.
guys, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Thank y'all for having me as well, man.
Yeah, much
Peace
love,
out,
man.
brother. Take it
Peace.
easy.
All right, y'all take care, man.
Yep. All right, boys. So we are down to 3. Okay, hold on. I want to do this. Let's do it this way.
Now
This
we're
is how
the fucking 3 amigos. The
This is
fucking
how we
We'll
three
fucking
do it
stooges.
live.
we'll do it live. This is how we do a fucking 3-man.
We all look like cousins. Like we all.
I
just
know, right?
fucking
We have the
love just
typical
caveman fighting.
We have the typical like MMA YouTube fucking bro going on right here. It's just 3 fucking dudes with bigger dudes with hats on and facial hair. Like we couldn't be more fucking.
You know, the only
stereotypical
reason
in
I
this
wear a
sport.
hat is because there's a glare off my dome.
Right. No, I feel that. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get back to some of these comments real fucking quick before we start doing all this crazy shit. Shout out to Harry. Yoshi says he had to take a mad one. Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. Honestly, I'm off the Vittori bet. The odds are ass. Miss Goldie says this week I'm loving Merab by decision. Pantoja money line, Moreno money line. Slapped a lot on that. I did the same. Plus the Brazilian Mbappe. He funny as fuck. Speaking about Chris, I assume that elbow Torres landed on Mata was nasty as fuck. Tatsuro like 16-0, 16-1, brother. He lose one. Easy backpack for
Who's this
Tyra.
guy?
What is that? What is Saiku? I'm not like into the Asian stuff, the Japanese stuff. I don't know. What that means.
Whoa.
I just don't do it. I know you're an
Whoa,
anime guy.
dude.
Like you know more about that shit than I
I
do.
know, but what? That sounds so racist. You're just not in the Asian stuff. That's a whole continent.
Generally speaking, right? Anyway, fuck you, DS. All right, 16-2. Corrected himself. Damn. Okay, or corrected the other person. Dana Black train or not? Does Dana Black train or not? He does not train. I don't think. I know he's done
He just
some
hangs
boxing.
Dizong, and he's 6'8".
He's 6'8". He hooped. I know that. He's been putting some basketball videos out there. 17-1. It says actually I was wrong. Now we're talking about this fucking guy's record. W. Chris, love the energy. Honestly, though, he do got to work on his boxing badly. I don't know who we're talking about. If you're
Chris?
picking Tyra by sub, you're dumb as fuck, says Goldie. I'm glad we've caught up to the fucking comments, guys.
Yes.
We can move on to the next fight of the night. And that is going to be one Macy Barber returning from her weird ass episode she had last time out where she was supposed to be a main event versus DS's girl, Aaron Blanchfield. And of course, she went down
How
with
the fuck is that my girl? That's crazy.
with a seizure or whatever the fuck. She's had a lot of health issues. A lot of people are assuming part of that has to do with her breast augmentation surgery. She had a boob job. So that's fucking wild. Hopefully everything.
Augmentation's crazy. Okay.
I know. Hopefully everything's going good with her in the health world. if I got to assume she's healthy, right? If she's fighting, she's got to be fucking there. She's got to pass a bunch of physicals. And if she's healthy, I'm going Maycee Barber. I disagree with Chris. I'm going to assume Maycee Barber's healthy. She wins herself a decision. She's so goddamn aggressive, bro. I love me some Maycee Barber. DS, what do you got?
Yeah, exactly what you just said. I think the aggression has been like the single clearest visual sign of the improvement in Maycee Barber, right? And like as far as women go, like she's one of the like she's not a prospect anymore, right? But like when she was like she was so gassed up, and then I wasn't bought in, and now I'm kind of back on the hype train, right? But I am a big Karine Silva guy, right? Like I didn't love her last fight. Who was it against? Well, I don't want to waste time on that, but yeah, she was. I feel like she didn't impress me in her last fight, which was against Dion Barbosa. I know she won the fight, but fuck, man, like I want to pick Karine Silva, but like something that you said, Bam Bam, it's like kind of sticking in my head, and you basically said like the UFC's not gonna let this girl who just had a seizure lose this fight, and like maybe you're right, you know. I think her aggression will help, but fuck, man, like as far as betting, this is a no bet for me. The easiest no bet on the card, probably.
The Toad.
I saw Schmo link something like plus 450 prop for fight to end by finish. Definitely not the prop I saw. It was like plus 200 something. You just gotta prove it. You know, if you're Maycee, you gotta come here and you just win or lose. You gotta show us that you can fight 15 minutes while getting hit. I said in my breakdown that I can imagine Maycee having like a fucking headlock done on her where it's almost going to the fucking last 15 seconds where she could go back to her stool, and now we're having fucking seizures again. You know, you cut off circulation and breathing. I hate to say it, but you start to ignite some of those old sensories and things.
That's
so
crazy.
As someone who used to train and then had that happen to me, I know what it's like a little bit. So I'm like,
so yeah, you're taking Karine Silva by seizure.
No. I'm saying for Blanchfield. yeah. She wins, but yeah, you never know, man. I'm just saying, like, she's a loaded gun in women's MMA, but if it goes to the judges, then yeah, I actually like Barber winning via decision. But she's got to show up and survive it the first round. I can't imagine her looking better in the first round than Silva.
Toad, I hated every part of that. I hated every part of that.
I know you did. I know
not a part of it that I enjoyed, brother.
But yeah. I gave her flowers for rounds 2 and 3. Though. If Barber shows up, she's gonna start to win back in the grappling, and Silva's like wearing and tiring down. Barber's starting to be more athletic, faster, jabbing. Just she's got good boxing, so it's got to be a Barber 2 or 3 or a Silva 1 and 2.
Okay, boom.
Why'd you bring up the seizure then?
Because dude, I'm worried about her fucking health. Oh, wait,
okay.
I mean,
all right.
Yeah,
true. 10-7 and MMA Toad care.
Yeah, we do, and we we do care. DS. People don't think we care. We care,
dude. I have fighters I just literally talk to before they fight. Like my only wish, I don't care about bets, picks, money, any of this. I just want people to be safe, be with their families, dude.
Of course,
it'd be sad as fuck if UFC lost one of these amazing gladiators because of some shit. So gotta disrespect what everybody's telling you. You know,
if he dies, he dies.
Who was that? If I die, I die.
That's Drago from fucking Rocky, bro.
Boom. Okay, give me. I'm as Goldie says. Give me Maycee by a shit low output clinch hold fence decision or an aggressive.
Give me Maycee bouncing on it, absolutely crazy style.
Probably. I'm not Guap Giggity Guap 8193 LMFAO no way, and then Davey says keep it up. Some encouraging shit in the chat.
That's shout so out, nice.
Shout out Davey. Hey,
let's move on.
We move on to the next fight of the night, and it's T-Rex taking on Chris Duncan. Guys, we know the fucking deal here, right? It's a weird fight for me, this one, because we have Terrence McKinney on the one side, and Terrence McKinney has, we said this so many times. It's like, it's the cliche story. Terrence McKinney has 1 to fucking 4 minutes to finish everybody, or his cardio fades, and then he ends up getting finished. Terrence McKinney by decision is the most wild thing. You'll never hear that, but he alluded to it in the press conference, in media day. Kind of pulled a Tom Aspinall, and he's like, no, I'm going to win by decision. So that's got me thinking Chris Duncan via eye poke. But ultimately, I am going to stick with Terrence McKinney just because Chris Duncan while he does get his ass whooped and he's shown nothing but being resilient and tough and all that kind of good stuff, T-Rex is a different level than the other guys that have been hurting Chris Duncan, right? So that's kind of where my mind's at. T-Rex is a tough fighter to pick, but ultimately I'm going Terrence McKinney by KO. Toad, give me the lowdown.
Yeah, it's like, which pill are you, your side or Chris's side? And at the end of the day, you know, with Dana Black, it's, well, he thinks that being able to survive it early and then give it wins him this fight. But Terrence has that zap at 155 pounds that guys don't leave the first round with him. So again, if you're telling yourself a guy's tough, that doesn't always mean good.
Yeah.
So I'd almost like Duncan intentionally trying to go to the ground. Not that McKinney doesn't have good jiu-jitsu, but I think that he's safer on the ground with McKinney than he is on the feet, because McKinney could just put his lights out, simply put, and just hit a big knockout.
Is that what you're going with, T-Rex?
Yeah, I got Terrence McKinney by finish. Yeah, just however, over 15 minutes.
DS.
Yeah, these guys in some ways are similar to me, and in a lot of ways are very different, right? It's like they've both shown me like Chris Duncan is not, like, we've seen him get knocked out before, right? And like when he first came in, like his first like fight or two, I was like high on him and he got fucked up. And then Terrence McKinney, it's like he's kill or be killed, right? Like he is the definition of that. His first round is like chef's kiss, some of the best in the entire UFC, right? And it's must-see TV. So like, to me, like, and this is going to be very technical, let me tell you, but it's like Chris Duncan just looks like the kind of guy that Terrence McKinney sleeps, right? He just looks like the kind of fighter that Terrence McKinney puts the fuck out. So I think that's what's going to happen. I do respect what Chris Duncan has been doing. I do see the improvement. I think his bet is probably, like, his best bet is probably to be aggressive. I just think that's Terrence McKinney's game. And it's not like, again, it's like a few back-to-back low confidence picks for me, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. For me, I like the underdog in McKinney here, especially if he stays the underdog. I think that's value there. First round knockout, that's got to be at least like plus 180. I like that.
Type shit.
Fight under 1.5 is really fucking live in this fight.
Yep.
Generally speaking, anytime he fucking fights, it is. Guys, like the stream and subscribe, do all that.
Tell your friends.
Right.
Yep.
Do all of that. Let's get to some of these comments real quick. What's Toad's biggest lock since he won a parlay last card? Toad, what's your biggest lock on this card? If we've already said it, say it. If we haven't,
we haven't.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah, last week we hit 2 different 5 and 6 leg parlays for over 50 plus 100 each. So it was a pretty good card for me.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, thank you. So we're trying to push for 100 units to end the year, my best year. And I look at props and I look at intention, and, you know, like Moreno at plus 1,300 by submission and plus 900 by knockout. It's hard to pass up, because I think Tatsuro is tough in his own regard and will try to go to those deep waters with Moreno. And I think that's where Moreno's like, hey man, before I pass you down this torch, let me show you what it's been like at the top. And he just gives that humbling first lesson to Tatsuro after that after his last fight. So yeah, I like Tatsuro Taira. I don't normally pick against him. I'm a huge fan of his. It's another like Volk versus Diego for me, but dude, Moreno,
that's a great analogy. I love that.
He's fucking as game as any, man. He's the hardest bite, the hardest snap out of the size of the dog in the yard. He's about it. So I've never been upset in a fight where I have Moreno with some money on him. So yeah, give me a Moreno by finish for heavy hitters, but the money line going to a decision is safer yet. And he's been plus money, and that's been the theme of this channel, the stream all night, is, you know, can't believe Moreno's plus money, guys. This is
and that I think like there's several bets in that fight. Like if you want like a one fight value, that's the value, right?
He's
like
a great dog. If you want to lock for a good underdog of the card, that's him. I'll build out a distance prop, but my safest thing is respect to killers. So like Duncan and McKinney, fight to end by finish. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's actually the safest piece to build out, and then Dunk. You know, put your chalk on that. Yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Shit. I miss Goldie. Give me Terrence by early doors KO. Duncan is better.
I'm sorry. just real quick, since we're talking about picks and all this, 10-7 MMA #1 in the creator challenge.
I
Just
saw
want
that.
you guys to know that, right? Out of like 20 or 30 creators, I forgot what the number is.
I saw that. Good shit, guys. I saw that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
As of for Q4, this is our first time in it, and I knew we would. And I don't want to be this guy tooting our own horn, but we're over 70% on the year. Just throwing things out there.
So you both pick together and mutually decide on the pick
for that, yeah.
Yeah, for that
cool.
specific creator challenge, yes. We always have our own picks. We never compare until like the day of, or like, you know, a few days, or the day before we do like the first like content that we're putting out together.
Yeah.
But for that we do. So like, that's what he was saying earlier. Like that's why we've been discussing our picks earlier. But it's like we go based off like who has the more compelling argument or who has the more confidence in the, you know what I mean? So for what it's worth, out of 20 or 30 creators in the MMA space, we're #1.
#1.
Nice. I was part of one of those last league or so. It was cool because I was leading the pack on some really sharp dudes that have huge ass channels doing this shit, making big money. And I held it down. I held it down for like 4 weeks or so. Like didn't start the best, smashed through the middle, and then started picking some worse throughout the year. Some people were just mega sharp, but yeah. I think the guy who won it, he doesn't even focus UFC. He just sports bets.
And we got 2 weeks left, Toad. So we're trying to fucking win this shit, bro.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a weird one because I feel like there's a lot of locks. But anyway, let's keep going.
Yep. Anywho, ground steady. Terrence is legit allergic to the second round. I Miss Goldie says I did say the other week, don't go for a piss when Volkan, no time Oezdemir is fighting.
And we all picked him, just for the record.
Yeah, and T-Rex is kind of the same shit, right? Same style of like you're gonna get knocked the fuck out most likely. Let's move on, guys, to the next fight of the night. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. And I got to just fix something here real quick. Boom. All right. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. An interesting clash of styles, right? We've got Grant Dawson. A lot of people say Grant Dawson might be pound for pound the most boring fighter in the UFC. A lot of talk has been made as of late on this channel and in the MMA space in general that there's been some boring-ass fights. People have been trashing Islam Makhachev. They've been trashing Khamzat Chimaev, Valentina Shevchenko for their particular performances. And, you know, somewhat fairly, but somewhat not, right? Those are generally very exciting fighters. Grant Dawson doesn't care to be exciting. He'll never have an exciting fight. He's taking on Manuel Torres, who is absolutely fucking nuts. He is an exciting fighter. So, DS, why don't you just give me your breakdown on this fight, and then we can move on.
Yeah. Man, you guys are going to hate me for this, but this is like I think where it ends, but this is another one where I'm like, fuck, man, like this is hard for me, right? Because plus 180 on Manuel Torres, who is a finisher, who we just saw do like a crazy elbow finish. He's looked really good, man. He looks strong. Dawson, like, we know what he's going to want to do, right? He's going to do the Makhachev thing, like you said. He's going to want basically 15 minutes of top control. And Manuel Torres basically wants the opposite. He wants 3 minutes of chaos. So, man, dude, like, I could see Dawson eating a shot early and it getting sketchy, right? But, like, I feel like if we did, like, what's it called when you simulate something 10,000 times? I feel like 5,700% of the time, or 5,700 times out of the 10,000, Grant Dawson wins by decision. Right. Not a high confidence pick, not to be this guy, but for me, I know Torres is a finisher. I just think Dawson is going to be able to implement his game plan more.
Toad.
Yeah, I mean, it's another one of those fights. Do you believe in the chaos or do you believe in the road that's laid before you? So all your Grant Dawson guys are talking about control and playing it safe, and we're getting control time, takedowns, whatever. And then there's the side that I'm on and others too, where it's like, he's pretty physical, Torres. He could prevent that takedown or catch him across the side of the head with a big elbow or something, while Grant's like overcommitting to a shot that he's just struggling to get and gets cracked off the side of the head. Because Torres isn't one of those guys that just sit there either and let you just get control time. He's going to use his fucking elbows. He's a fucking killer. He's going to go out there and get a finish. That's how he fights. That's why he's a fucking first round gladiator. So give me Torres all day. I think he cracks Dawson.
Yeah, this one
was I don't dislike it, man. I don't dislike it. Like, I want to pick him right now. I could see myself changing on this one. I can't right now.
Yeah, the official pick is Grant Dawson. It's been submitted in the thing, but yeah, it's a very close fight again, right? To echo kind of what you guys are saying, not to be boring, but it's just like it is that. It's Grant Dawson via control time, or it's Manuel Torres catching him. That Bobby Green Grant Dawson fight is one that just like constantly plays in my head. It is the biggest like fucking like over the last few years at least of watching UFC. To me, it was the biggest shock. I was just watching that. I was expecting 25 minutes, 20 minutes of just like
and he just gets
wrestling.
Slept.
Two fucking grinders, you know.
and then
two grinders
in such different ways too.
And then we literally just get a 45-second main event or whatever it was, and it was like, well, UFC's done for the day, and I couldn't have been more wrong on this on a guy that was like a minus 350. So I was just stood there absolutely fucking shocked. So that lowered Grant Dawson's stock a lot in my mind, at least. But he has recovered well, man. He's been putting some great performances out there. Yes, he's boring, but I think it is what it is, man. I'm going Grant Dawson by decision officially. Not shocked at all if Manuel Torres fucking chins him. Should be a fun fight. Before we move on to the next fight, I Miss Goldie says I would let Shevchenko put me in a triangle. Not gonna lie. I Miss Goldie.
Bam Bam would too, for sure.
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go Dawson, but I got a feeling Torres about to chin that motherfucker. It's very, very possible.
I think he catches him on the takedown. I think he catches him.
And then we have Ground Steady says that fight that Dawson had with Santos where he hammer fisted him out cold was crazy. That was the Leandro Santos fight a couple years back. That was nuts. And shout out Davey says best in the biz. That's what we aim for, brother. That is what we aim for. We move on to the main card, guys. Really weird placement, by the way.
Yeah.
T-Rex and Chris Duncan before these two, Grant Dawson and Manuel Torres, which could end up being a boring fight, but we know T-Rex and Chris Duncan won't be. So super fucking weird. But we move on to the first pay-per-view fucking fight, the opening card of the main card. Jesus Christ, hold on. Opening fight of the main card on the final pay-per-view ever. That's what the fuck I meant to say. Barely got it out. Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. Toad, just go for it, brother. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, you're good, brother. You're good. Fucking again, I believe in fighting for the Earth Realm, right? I believe in Baraka. This motherfucker. I've been fighting with him since kind of like how Chris had that, Dana Black had that. Because I play with Blanchfield in this game, let me tell you why I'm picking him.
Yeah,
I've done so many fights with Baraka where he just let them little fucking blade things go, and I think that he's just quicker, and he's got those blades where Jan's just obviously slower and trudgier and more veteran. He's had his share of injuries, and Bogdan's one of those guys where. Look at Walter Walker. I don't think a lot of people like to associate the success of both of these guys, but they absolutely play a big part in each other's success. Like Bogdan and Walker level up off each other and they're training fucking immensely. So be more surprised, or don't be as surprised if Bogdan did get Jan in some kind of grappling exchange and this fight goes to the ground that Bogdan actually hits a submission. So I like Bogdan. I think he's going for the finish. He's got that killer instinct. I think it's gonna be like watching fucking Hitman, like he dressed up today. He's gonna hit fucking silent little assassination mission, and I respect Jan being tough, so I'd say second, third round. But yeah, I'm fading the former Polish power goat.
There's some I agree with, Toad, and there's some that I disagree with pretty heavily there. Look, Jan Blachowicz, you're saying that Bogdan Guskov, one of the routes that he could use is grappling. I know that he's training with Walter Walker. They've been training together for a long time. I just don't see it, man. I think Jan Blachowicz is a criminally underrated grappler. I will say this about Jan Blachowicz. Yes, he's coming off of a 2-loss streak and a draw before that. But his losses, especially these last, 5-6 years, I guess since 2019, have come against the best fighters on the planet, man. He lost to Glover Teixeira. Of course, that was for the title. Lost to had the draw against Magomed Ankalaev. A loss to Pereira, which he arguably won. A loss to Ulberg, which he arguably won. The Ankalaev fight, he arguably won. So he could, in another world, be on a 3-fight winning streak, with that win streak being Ulberg, Pereira, and Ankalaev. which is crazy fucking impressive. Jan Blachowicz has been absolutely scammed by the MMA judges in at least one or two of those fights, right?
He's definitely lost a share of fights that he should have had, like that Carlos fight. I felt so fucking bad for him. But
yeah. And so to me, I know he's old, man. I know the layoff and not being as active as he used to be isn't great, but it's been so damn long since we've seen Jan Blachowicz get knocked out. And I think that's the only way he loses this fight is if Bogdan Guskov cracks him, which is possible. We have seen Jan Blachowicz knocked out. Guskov has crazy power. Ultimately, I'm going to trust.
But the submission's like a sequence. Like it starts with that, and because the Polish power knows what he's doing, but he's disoriented, like it turns into a Bogdan definitely goes for the back when he can. So watch him. If he's in that position, he will transition and give up the striking and go for the choke. He believes in it that much, and he gets it.
I get where you're coming from. Where you're coming from. Ultimately, though, I think it's going to be Jan that dominates the grappling.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I think his wrestling is just better than Guskov's. So I'm going to go Jan via decision, weirdly enough, via wrestling. DS.
Yeah, I think Guskov's best chance is in the first round. This is one that's very simple for me. I didn't start off as confident as I am now, so I've gotten more confident as the week has gone on. For me, it's like Jan is just better. He's just, I know this sounds fucking stupid, but he's just better. Like, they both have power, and I do expect Guskov to have a speed advantage, right? And at 205, you know, arguable how much that could mean and how distinct and noticeable it's going to be. Both these guys have power, man. Yes, at 42, you know, the end is near, obviously. But like you said, man, one of the, like, I can't think of another fighter that's been, like, scammed as hard as Jan has. And, like, nobody really bats a fucking eyelash, right? Because, like, yes, they were all close, but how on every single time you end up on the losing side. So I just think he's better. Dino, I agree with you. I think his wrestling is better. And he's got, I mean, let's not talk experience and all that, former champion. I've gotten more confident, like I said, as the week has gone on. I don't think there'll be a knockout. I think Jan Blachowicz wins a decision. I could see 29-28, but I think 30-27.
Okay, so we got Toad being the odd man out on this one. Look, I don't hate it again, Toad. Like, I know I'm saying a lot of these fights I'm close on. That kind of starts to go away coming up here for these next few for sure. But yeah,
this card would be very impressive if he aced the entire thing, because there really are those like coin flip fights that are just like, I can respect how it goes this way or that way, you know.
I feel like there's no middle, there's like no fights on this where I'm like, like it's either like completely like up in the air or it's like I'm absolutely sure about it. Like there's no like in between in this one.
Yeah. So let's move on. Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. To me, this is one of those fights that I'm pretty sure about, right? There is a little question mark in this one. I don't mean that in any Peyton Talbot joke type way, but Peyton Talbot is a prospect that the UFC is pushing. We've all known that since the beginning, right? The Contender Series, he came out there, got himself had a nice performance. He has the look. Peyton Talbot is the dude that they want. There's a reason he's here versus a guy in Henry Cejudo who is still, for this exact reason, in the rankings at number 10, right? There's a reason the UFC has held on to Cejudo, held on to his ranking. This is his retirement fight. If you like wrestling, WWE, and all that kind of shit, this is Henry Cejudo doing the job, right? He's jobbing out to Peyton Talbot, and I truly believe that. Can Henry Cejudo win? Of course. We've seen Peyton Talbot exposed by Raoni Barcelos. The ground game was absolutely just, there was holes in the ground game, right? And if anyone can, show that, it's Henry Cejudo, an Olympic gold medalist. But it's been so long since we've seen Henry Cejudo actually utilize the wrestling in the MMA cage. And even when he was utilizing his wrestling well in the MMA cage, he wasn't a control guy. He was more of a take him down, hold him up against the cage kind of dude. So just a young, explosive kid in Peyton Talbot, I don't see that being an issue. Henry kind of giving up last time out against Song Yadong. That was bullshit. A lot of people are giving Tom Aspinall shit for being able to see during that fight. Henry Cejudo could see. He just wanted out of that fucking fight. So,
dude, I can't see shit, dude.
Right. That's what it was.
Dude, I can't see shit, man. Like, what the fuck, man?
Henry was fucking lying his ass off. I'm going Peyton Talbot by decision, even if it's close. And you edge the fight towards Henry, Peyton Talbot will get the nod. Stop it.
You think Talbot's going to edge him?
He might edge. He might goon. He might do all that stuff.
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah, look, Talbot, 11 years younger, longer, He's got more girth and tonnage. Like for Cejudo, it's obvious what he needs to do, right? It's like the wrestling and control game, but like you said, Bam, it's never been like he's not like a Hamza guy where he's gonna lay on top of you and like land ground up. It's not his game, right? So I think the length's gonna be a problem. We've seen Cejudo struggle with that at times, and 3 fights in a row, I believe now he's lost, right?
Yeah. Merab, Aljo, and Song.
And that's great competition, right? But I like, again, I'm not like terribly high confidence, but I'm fairly high confidence in this. As much as like I know Talbot got exposed for like a very specific thing, I just don't think a 38-year-old Cejudo is going to be able to provide that. Obviously, if we're talking prime for prime, it's not even fucking close. I don't think I need to say that. And I know I just talked about a 42-year-old Jan and like in a much more positive light, but I think that just speaks to the level of
skill,
just like
lower,
of skill, right? Like in between like these tiny ass weight classes like bantamweight compared to light heavyweight. So I think it makes a big difference. And also, I want to ask you, like, what do you like? I feel like there's something to be said about when a guy says it's his last fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, some part of you's packed it in.
Yeah.
Do you have any feelings on that? Like, do you like it when a guy tells you when it's his last fight, or do you prefer when he just like pops out?
I like it when it's like not a guy like this, not like a Henry Cejudo, maybe like a guy that was in the rankings for years, like a cowboy. You know what I mean? Like, I like that. Let me know it's your last fight so we can give you your flowers beforehand and shit. With Henry Cejudo, it's weird, right? Because Henry Cejudo deserves a big video and he deserves all that, like the video package and all that kind of shit. But also, it's just like, I don't know, it's a shitty way to go out just losing to this guy and Peyton Talbot, who I don't think is going to end up being much, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a guy that'll be in the rankings for a couple years, but I don't see Peyton Talbot ever evolving into a world beater. I had higher hopes before, and I don't know that it was just the Barcelos fight, but yeah. Toad, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, Talbot, I was really high on this guy coming in. Like, I loved, basically, we got this huge roster list of all these up and coming guys, Talbot, the way that he took out Cameron Simon, that knee, that loud ass crack in the middle of the apex, just kind of was thinking about that fight a lot going into this one, where when Talbot's on and he's counter grappling and striking and being defensive, but using that gas pedal, where that's how he wins his fights, is actually throwing his punches early, not gassing, like has his stamina, like isn't being just bullied. I don't like his clinch game. I don't like him on the ground. I don't like these things about Talbot, but when he's being like the black wolf and just fucking teeing off and surviving in that chaos, I think Talbot's a fucking menace and at the weight division. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got it done by a finish, as sad as that is. And I respect how tough Cejudo is, but it's kind of my theme on this card. I've taken a lot of these fades by finish against people who in their right have earned to be some of the greater chins and greater vets in the sport, higher levels against upcoming guys. But I think that's what makes this card kind of sad. It's the last card of the year, but also pay-per-view, but also not all the vets are leaving with their ideal retirement package.
Boom. So we're all in agreement there. We're going Peyton Talbot.
Yeah.
Real quick to the comments. Jamal Witherspoon had to throw it out there. Henry Fartbox Cejudo. So there's that. You know what I mean? And then Ground Steady, a.k.a. Cancer, says LMAO. I think it was about the gay puns to Frank Ocean's boy. We move on. Feature fight of the night, guys. We've got the former flyweight champion twice, I believe. Brandon, the Assassin Baby Moreno. He has taken on Tatsuro Taira. I said this in the quick picks breakdown, guys, so I'll just give you my breakdown real quick here. I think Tatsuro Taira is a special prospect, man. Slick grappling. He is so goddamn sticky. Once this guy gets you down, he attaches himself to you. He's long-limbed for the division. This guy is dangerous as hell on the ground. I think he's special. I think he will eventually fight for a UFC title. I just don't know that it's very soon. Brandon Moreno, one of the legends of the UFC's flyweight division. Just a fucking beast of a man. His fight style is so goddamn entertaining. first Mexican champion in UFC history. He's got his spot in the Hall of Fame locked up for me. And I think the difference in this one's going to be the experience, man. Moreno's durable. He's experienced. He scrambles well on the ground. He was able to avoid being subbed by Pantoja in some crazy positions when we were there at 290 DS. Too much experience, too many good looks at top people. And Tatsuro Taira, this is the highest level of competition he's faced. I will say, Tatsuro Taira has a huge opportunity here against a massive name. He wins this fight. He's next for the title to fight the winner of the next fight, and we'll get there when we get there. But Taira has a absolutely massive opportunity. But I'm going Brandon Moreno decision. I love me some Assassin Baby. DS.
I mean, I love me some Assassin Baby. I think he is pound for pound the cutest little fella in the entire UFC. I love him, man. I love him. I think he is. You said he's durable. I think he's like the most durable in the entire fucking UFC. Also, I think like I know he's been in so many fucking fights and wars, and he's been a champion twice over, and all this stuff. And he 23-8-2, right? He's still only 31 years old, right? Like it's not like he's washed. So look, Tatsuro Taira, I think he's legit. He's here to stay. But again, look at Brandon Moreno's fights with Figueiredo. Look at Brandon Moreno's fights with Royval. Look at his fights with Pantoja, right? Like, there's been one fight where he got really fucked up in all those, right? And it was that Royval fight. So, I'm sorry, the Pantoja fight. But he's always in it. He's durable as fuck. He's super well-rounded. He's got an absolute, like, what you said. What did you say? He's got, like, pound for pound, the most dog in him, or the most bite in the dog. Exactly that, Toad. So
he's got the hardest bite for the size of the dog.
Exactly that. So for me, I can't possibly pick against him. I think it will be a tough fight. I think there will be a couple moments here where Tatsuro Taira will maybe get the backpack on him and threaten some submissions. I just think Moreno is too fucking durable, tough to give into it. So give me Moreno by decision.
Toad.
Yeah, it's like, it's weird to say that I'm picking against Tatsuro Taira because I really believe in this guy and I'm excited for him. And I know that he's a future champ in his own regard. But, Moreno, he's not like some of these other fights where he's lost his morality like Turner. I mean, he pulled away and really.
Well said. What a great comparison, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Just fucking, he wanted to take care of business and make sure that he's going to give his final push at this, his most undevoted attention, and locked in more than ever because he wants what he just had. He's had that hunger, that taste, and that's what led him to be one of the best dogs ever. I've made more chalk on Brandon Moreno than any underdog in UFC. He's been there for me. So I have a lot of love and respect for the guy, obviously. If you guys can't fucking tell, this is a fight that I'm geeking for, but I kind of want Moreno to get to the final dance one last time. This is his ticket if he gets it. So give me Moreno, but his finish props are fucking huge. Plus 1,300 by submission, plus 900 by knockout. His striking is so more technical and more superior to Tatsuro. Tatsuro has a snappy chance with the power and the frame that he has and the fact that he can throw and send a shot to hurt Moreno. But go look at the kick from fucking Ankai that just folded him. Like, Moreno uses his boxing and his kicks. He's very good. Like, Tatsuro's best chance at winning this fight is going in dry, taking the fight to the ground, and just being a bully there, because if he wants to mix it, Moreno's eating his shit alive all day. So give me Moreno.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think this being who does this favor being a 3-rounder?
Tatsuro Taira, but he's still going to lose.
Toad?
Yeah, Moreno's shown he can do 5 rounds all day. So, I mean, it definitely, without saying, favors Tatsuro because he's.
I think if it was a 5-rounder, I think the odds would be better on Moreno, and he wouldn't be as much of a value as he is right now.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I think with Tatsuro Taira, the problem, the only reason I'm like somewhat hesitant is the fact that it is 3 rounds. Because if Taira gets Moreno in a position, I'm afraid he could hold him there, right? And that loses you a round. So if that happens twice. Yeah. Moreno could do all the damage he wants and fucking damn near 10-8 him and still lose the fight. Go to the comments real quick. Ground Steady says Pantoja Moreno was my fight of the year 2023. We were there live That was such a fun card, man. That was such a fun ass card.
It's cool that you guys were there. Where was that at?
T-Mobile. Was at Vegas. Yeah.
Good shit. Yeah, good shit.
That was such a fun card. And then he says, Cop is coming. Don't worry. Flyweight will be cleared. Pantoja, who we're going to talk about in a second, has a win over Manel Cop. And Manel Cop can't get out of Manel Cop's own fucking way. He's damn near, like, he's close to getting fucking cut, I feel like. One more fucking
him and
mistake
fucking Blood Diamond or
He's
Dumas. Not Blood Diamond, Dumas,
path,
dude. Those guys just have some little fucking shitty little smugglers club just getting their asses cut being shitheads.
He said the pull-out king. That's what they call me, brother.
Manel Cap, yeah, he is.
All right, let's move on, guys, to the first of 2 title fights on this card. We've got potentially, arguably, and I won't fucking argue against it, the flyweight GOAT, Alexandre Pantoja.
I believe it.
Taking on the UFC fan base community's fucking darling, the young man, 24 years old, Josh Van from Myanmar or Burma. We don't judge here at D107 MMA. We don't do politics. So you call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, okay?
Yeah.
We don't do all that. But look, Josh Van, guys, holy shit. What a fucking rise to the top from this guy, right? Comes into the UFC, looks amazing, has a little hiccup versus our boy, friend of the channel, Charles Johnson. CJ looked great, by the way, DS, and that finishing sequence was beautiful.
The most disrespected fighter in the entire organization.
Shout out Charles Johnson. But yeah, look, comes back from that Charles Johnson fight, wins himself a couple fights. Last time out, gets a short notice opportunity to go up and fight then number 1 Brandon Royval, who was supposed to fight fucking Manel Cop, who of course pulled out as he normally does. And Josh Van got the upset, man. Went out there, beat Brandon Royval in a very close fight. In my opinion, steals the fight with a knockdown with about 20 seconds left, or else Royval would have won that fight.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How much do you think Royval was paid not to grapple that fight?
I don't know. And I was talking about that yesterday, Toad. I think he did fight weird in that fight, man.
What the fuck? That's not him. That was not him. He doesn't fight like that, dude. His grappling's fucking immaculate, and he runs like a youth MMA fucking lab helping people learn to grapple. Like, he loves his grappling. He didn't fucking demonstrate it once, and Charles Johnson's shown it was easy to do. Like, what the fuck?
So talk to me, Toad.
I think he's right. Look, I just want to say one thing. It's like, if we give into the cynical mindset, oh, dude, we could do this all day. Like, it's like you almost have to suspend disbelief at some point. Like, you hope for the best. Like,
right.
Yeah, I make the joke about the betting side, but it's like, oh, I didn't bring my wrestling shoes. Like, where does a fighter who uses an offensive tool forget to bring that to his bag for a fight? Like, it's his fighting style. It's his nature. He just didn't fight the way that Royval fights, or else he wouldn't have wins over someone like Moreno and these other killers. He just wouldn't have it. So he's a very hot and cold fighter. So it's funny that we use him to like break down these other predictions on how so-and-so will use, but he is kind of like that pillar of that division that has made his rounds. So shout out Royval. Just use your grappling, dog. You're a fucking menace when you use both.
So give me your prediction while you're at it, Toad.
Yeah. I think I summarized it here too. I like that Pantoja. He's a fucking absolute vice on Josh Van. He's gonna take him into deep waters in the first 3 rounds. And yeah, I'm not doubting what Van's capable of with his striking and stuff, but Van isn't some one-hitter quitter, Manel Cap. He's a fucking death by 1,000 cuts, working a big series, a big TKO flurry, shots to the body. Pantoja fucking just throws himself at people, rips fucking shots that will put you out. But if he misses, he's transitioning into a takedown and just throwing himself like a fucking zombie. That's why they call him the cannibal. He's eating you and mauling you alive. So Josh isn't already that big of flyweights. Pantoja's proven this at a very high level against very scrappy, very capable guys, I think, although maybe not as technical as Josh, possess way bigger threats. And Pantoja's proven, dude, Pantoja's like Merab to me. Those two guys just have some fucking undoubtable aura at the level of conviction they have, despite the age. So give me Pantoja, first 3 round submission or ground and pound.
DS, who you got?
Man, my official pick is going to be Pantoja by a 4th round submission. Dino, that I've been like the Josh Van guy from the start of his career. I've always been on board. I think he's really good. The Royval win is huge. He's so talented, so good. If he does win, I just want to mention he would be the 2nd youngest UFC champion of all time. Behind John Jones by like 100 days or something like that. So that would be super, super impressive. Whether he wins this or not, let's be real. Like, let's be honest. Like, neither of these guys really, at the core of it, have that much on the line. Pantoja is not, if not the GOAT, one of the GOATs. Josh Van is still so fucking young, and he's already done so much. So I like that because I think both these guys are going to fight free. I just think ultimately the grappling, the jiu-jitsu, the overall skill level, and it's 125, right? It's not like Josh Van, his boxing is unbelievable, probably the best in the division. It's just that he doesn't have that power, right? He's not going to put Pantoja out. And yes, at some point Pantoja will be done, and I believe he's 35. Am I right on that?
I'll check his age.
36, I think.
I think it's 35. But whatever it is, like, I know he's getting up there, and the end is coming soon. I just don't think it is yet. I love Josh Van. He's here to stay, but give me Pantoja by like a 4th round sub. I think he's going to put up a fight.
Yeah, 35 in 7 months. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know what happened to DS's camera, so I'm going to remove him until he's back. But look, I kind of agree with both of you guys again, right? But there's a couple things I want to say. First and foremost, Alexandre Pantoja, absolute animal, Toad, an absolute animal of a fighter, man. The cannibal moniker fits him very goddamn well.
Yes, it does.
The grappling, man, is dangerous. Like, not only is the grappling good, it's dangerous. You are always being threatened by Alexandre Pantoja if he has you on the ground. On the feet, so long as he's not being pushed back, so long as he's not fighting like a lot off of his back foot, he's fine on the feet against people that are technically better strikers. So as long as he doesn't let Josh Van really dictate the pressure and pace of this fight and where it takes place, he'll be fine on the feet. I think he'll hold his own. Now, when it comes to Josh Van, you guys kind of mentioned it. He's not a one-shot knockout guy. He is he needs to TKO you, right? It has to be a ton of work. The body work works on Alexandre Pantoja pretty well. So it's going to have to be one of those kind of things for Josh Van to find himself a finish in this fight. Working the body for 3-4 rounds, hurting Pantoja, stuffing takedowns. That's the route that Josh Van has to victory in this fight.
Yeah, and it's not like Van's one of those guys that's going to give you a spinning back elbow or spinning back fist. You would be suicide to give your back up to Pantoja. He'll choke your shit out immediately.
Yeah.
It'd be like Grasso and Shevchenko.
Right, exactly. It's going to have to be technical boxing from Josh Van, which he has the capability of doing. The only problem I have with it is, again, you don't have that one-shot knockout power, so you're not really threatening Pantoja in that way. Yep. So Alexandre Pantoja is smart enough, and his corner is smart enough. American Top Team, Pahumpa is going to be in the corner. They've got the best gym in the world. They've got some of the best coaches in the world, one of the best fighters in the world. Like, game plan is not going to be where Alexandre Pantoja ultimately loses this belt.
Yeah.
That's not why it's going to happen. So Josh Van is going to have to do a lot over the course of many rounds to win this fight, and I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. Pantoja is going to be the smarter fighter. Even if he's getting his ass whooped on the feet, he'll take this fight to the ground. He's got way too many ways to win this fight. He's going to be too experienced for Josh Van. The lights are going to be too goddamn bright for this kid. I love me Josh Van. Like, I love me some Josh Van. I don't want anyone getting upset at that. He will be back. He will fight for another UFC title in the future. I'm very certain of that.
Him versus Tatsuro, baby. I think that's the title fight.
That we're going to see that as a title fight in the future for sure.
Yes, we are.
Like, absolutely. That's going to be a badass fight in a couple of years. But right now, Alexandre Pantoja, too goddamn good on a generational run. I can't imagine that Josh Van beats him. If he does, automatic rematch deserved by Pantoja. Yeah, there's not really much more I got to say about that. I would love to move on to the main card, but I want to wait for DS just because, we can't.
Well, let's do this. Let's come up with each a lock, and we'll ask for a lock from everybody else tonight. Schmo and Dana Black. Let's do a crew parlay, whatever that is. It's obviously like a 5-6 leg, right? But that'd be a fun little piece to do. I think it'd be kind of dope.
We got DS back, by the way, Toad.
There we go.
DS, before we move on to the main fight, we're doing something here. What's your biggest lock of this card? And if it's Merab, don't do it. All right, Toad.
Moreno.
Brandon Moreno.
My biggest lock.
Yeah, no, I'm taking his finish props because they're disrespectful. He's got a plus 1300 submission and he's got a plus 900 knockout. But then his decision props just like his money line. So I'm running money line in a lot of things. He's a great dog. Absolutely have that. And then definitely play those finish methods. And if you wanted to cash out really hard, you could play round combos. But in a Moreno fight, I stay away from one specific method over the other and round specific. He is very technical and patient. He spends a lot of time downloading and analyzing his opponents. The longer they spend in the octagon with him, the better he adapts. And that's why him and Figgy went to fight on 4 times, is because he was able to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. Tacho's got time to learn, but Moreno's already done learned, you know.
My biggest lock on the card, I don't know that I haven't checked the odds for it, but it's McKinney Duncan not to go the distance. I think that's free fucking cheese.
Oh, okay.
Well, what's that prop for you? Because that prop's like very bad on the bookies. Yeah, unless you're getting round specific.
But if we're doing a little Parleezy 3-way with our 3 locks, I like that.
Yeah.
You know what
I think it's plus. I think it's negative 700.
That's crazy. DS.
So I like fight under 1.5 or 2.5. Maybe give you a little better cheddar. Probably. Yeah.
100%.
I agree though. That is it,
dude. I like Vittori and Ferreira to go the distance. I also like Ibo Aslan and Iwo Baranevsky to not go the distance. And then obviously, like, goes without saying. I mean, I don't want to pick the minus 1,000 guy, but Mansour Abdul Malik is the lock of the card. So
hey, why don't we do?
That's an assassination, bro.
Why don't we do this on Instagram? Which, by the way, follow us all on Instagram. Why don't we all do like a? We each give one prop, and then we'll do a 5-leg parlay. Us 3, Dana Black and Harry from Pro Schmo Bets. We all do one prop. We parlay them, see what the odds are. Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
Moreno money line from Toad.
Boom. We're gonna post it tomorrow.
You could get it. You could have gotten it way better if you did it earlier.
Yeah,
it's gotten a lot of people are smart enough bet it at least by this point.
Boom. Main event of the fucking evening, guys. We are here. We are at the last pay-per-view's main event, the last pay-per-view of the year, the last pay-per-view ever, and the last fight for Merab Dvalishvili in the year of our Lord 2025, where he is going for his fourth title defense of the fucking year, looking to break the record. Merab the Machine, the moniker suits him well. I don't think there's going to be much disagreeing here. Go ahead, Toad. Give me your breakdown for this main event.
So when I fucking went to UFC 300, I got to go meet Merab very briefly, and you wouldn't think of it, but you'd go to like shake someone's hand and out of nowhere do like a fake takedown attempt and like commit with it too, put your shoulder to him and commit and have the legs wrap. He gave me the biggest fucking grin, but was game. Like that dude is like.
Oh, you did that to him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about like 250. I came in there, 6 foot, 250. I came in there and went to shake his hand and then just swept and did like a fireman sweep, and I had him. But dude, he was getting ready to sprawl and just had a grin. The way that he like plays with people and all those little clips like you see of him on YouTube, that dude ends up being a fucking amazing human being, both as a human, very kind and sweet in nature, but he is an absolute fucking marauder. And anytime you're willing to fight 4 times, it's beyond just a weight cut. It's the damage accrued and things. Poatan, got to give that guy flowers because it's at a way more damaging, taxing division in terms of how can you fucking do that? Like you get damaged in fights you win, but Merab doesn't really lose his, he doesn't lose these fights. He gives up moments in fights, but he's always in control and his control's safe. Like Merab is good with his striking, but you absolutely drown in his pressure and his cardio. He could fight in a 10-round fight. I truly, sincerely think that Merab could do that. He would be in the Guinness World Book of Records of MMA fighting kind of shit. He would have been a fucking warrior in pride fighting back in the day, where you show up and do a tournament in a single night and fight like 5 times. Merab's that guy. So yeah, The props aren't going to give you much on him. Sadly, he's a negative 500 money line, and then his decision props and all that's to be expected. Just don't pay a lot too. So I get all the emotional Petr Yan bettors this week that really want Yan to win, mix up the division. Yan used to, Yan was a former champ. We used to fuck with Yan. He was a fun champ to have. We liked him. But I'm totally okay with Merab continuing to create legacy, to continue to be part of that push with Islam and some of these other guys upcoming like Ilya to be part of some Rushmore shit in the end. I really do believe it. So, yeah, I think Merab with conviction in this fight. I know Jan's looking really good. His camp footage looks actually pretty impressive. He's very... I know we might get more OG Yan in this fight, which could be a worry for Merab. I'm not saying this is a blowout fight, but at least give me 3-2 Merab. And it's only because Yan, if he's going to drown to Aljo, he drowns to Merab also big time. And I'm always salty about Yan. He cost me a 13 leg. I would have gotten the entire UFC card if Petr Yan would have beat Aljo. And I went back and I scored that first round. I'm like, I don't know how you give it to Aljo. He had fewer strikes and was on the back foot, and Yan was coming forward and had moments. So it ends up being Aljo just controlling Yan on the ground. Yan not able to get up for the first 2 rounds. I'm sorry, but Merab is going to drown you if you're losing that way to the backpack. So I think Merab is live for however he wants to get it done. Just the props aren't going to be there for you, unfortunately.
DS.
Just biblical levels of Merab glazing right there. Just
I know. I respect the guy too much,
Good
man.
God.
He's proven against some of my favorite guys, Umar and Sandhagen. I respect a lot. So yeah, I give it to Merab.
No, and I'm fucking with you. I'm like,
Sugar
look,
too, Yeah.
I do think he's the GOAT of the weight class. I do. We talked about this yesterday or a couple days ago on another stream, of Bromo's stream. It's like, who else is it, right? Dominic Cruz? Like, no, it's not. Like, to me, like, I don't think it's gonna, like, I'm pretty sure Petr Yan did have a broken hand the first fight, so I think it will be a little bit closer. I am very curious to see how the first round goes. Like, that's the number one thing for me in this fight is Yan gonna come out aggressive? Like, at this point, bro, even if you're just on Instagram, like, like, that's what you do. You fucking download info too long. Like, that's the number one shit against you. So, but then again, like I said the other day, it's like, okay, let's say he comes out more aggressive. He doesn't have more cardio. He doesn't have more cardio than Merab. So, to me, I think this is a very straightforward one. All the props are straightforward. I think, the over, take all the overs. I think there's no way this is not going to decision. I don't think Petr Yan is knocking out Merab. Let's say in theory, like, Merab eats a couple, and we've seen him rock. Let's say he eats a couple shots, he gets rocked. Like, he's not going to continue to stand there and bang. You know what I mean? Like, don't forget the first time with fucking Petr Yan, and whatever the conditions were, he shot like 60 takedowns. So
Right.
I don't think we see that level of this kind of shit, but like, he's got too much in his arsenal to defend against a guy like Petr Yan. Petr Yan really needs to make him respect his power early, and I just don't trust him to do it enough.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've broken this fight down 12 times this week on fucking different streams and different platforms and all that. Guys, Merab Dvalishvili, full disclaimer, probably my favorite fighter in the UFC right now. It's a tie between him and Yuri, okay? So
gay. No. I respect it.
Well,
No, I
you
get
two
it.
just
I get
fucking glazed the man for
You did.
10 fucking minutes, both of you guys.
No, I just glaze baited you for you to say that.
I got glaze baited. Fuck.
Glaze baiting
Look,
is crazy.
Look, Merab is the champ for a reason.
I
guys.
love that, dude.
Hey, he's the best 135 pounder on the planet. I've been saying it for 3.5-4 years at this point, at least.
Bro, don't forget when Aljo was like at the top of the game in this weight class. Like, we were having conversations about, like, is he the GOAT? And I think it's quite clear how much better Merab is, at least at this weight. I think in general, but at least at this weight.
Yeah.
People forget, man, for sure, the fucking Aljo comparison when Merab was on his way up.
And
like, people were like, "Oh, he's what a pussy. He's scared." And I
He
guess
was
now,
just being shunned for his grappling control, not being a finisher, just winning on minutes. He's actually been more impressive as a champion, hurting Sandhagen with his
well said.
striking. Fucking
Well said.
holy shit! Like his striking
But
showed that.
Sandhagen also, let's not get into it, but he's a guy that fucking folds.
Yeah,
When he gets hit, he fucking starts folding, dude. I just want to mention one thing that I said the other day on the stream too is like Merab has really grown on me. Yes, his striking's gotten better. He's been more aggressive in it. He's actually tried it. He doesn't go straight to like since the Peter Yan fight. Really, he hasn't shot like 50 takedowns. You know what I mean? Like, which is absurd. But I think his off the field antics, if you will, like his outside the cage antics are like he's fucking hilarious, right? Like. And he has that star making kind of power now, which is awesome. So good for him. Like he's really improved in that regard. He does all these skits and shit, his Nina drama fucking segments. Like good for him.
Yeah. So, anyways, going back to what the fuck I was saying before you guys interrupted me. Okay. Look, Merab Dvalishvili is the best 135 pounder on the planet. I've been saying it for a number of years at this point. Even when Aljo was at the peak of his powers, I was saying Aljo's the GOAT. But I would say Merab is the best in the planet. Now, when he fought Peter Yan the first time, I think that was the moment that the general MMA fan base, the general MMA community kind of came to that conclusion as well, where they were like, holy shit, who the fuck does that to Peter Yan? It was a generational type performance. Speaking of generational, I said Pantoja's on a generational run. Merab is on an even bigger run than Alexandre Pantoja at this point. Merab is looking to break that record. I think he does. He's going to get to that, number 14 in a row at this point, which is fucking crazy. I would love for the guy to have a break after winning this fight. But breaking this fight down, I mean, what has really changed, guys? You look at the last fight, and I don't think Peter Yan has leveled up. I know that's been like the cliche talk of the community, but he hasn't leveled up. And Merab is clearly leveling up fight by fight. I mean, just go watch the first Sean O'Malley fight at the Sphere where he won the title right here at this fucking right here, and go compare that to his last fight versus Sandhagen. It is a significantly better Merab, and that was him winning the title versus him defending it 3 fights later. Merab, guys, he is something else. And besides a Hail Mary from Peter Yan, I don't see how in the world he can win this fight. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Merab, of course, deserves an automatic rematch at this point. He's done so much for the company, so much for the division.
Agree.
That he does deserve that.
Yeah,
but I don't think we get there. I really don't think we get there. I'd love to see Merab by TKO. I think that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
but I think that's like
a lot
of things would be hilarious. That's not happening.
I took him by submission against O'Malley because it was a very grapple heavy prelude to that fight. O'Malley working with him. Oh, I've done this and I've done that. Now I'm finally a complete fighter. So I knew that the fight would go to the ground, and people just, make fun of Merab for being a decision merchant. But there's a difference between him and Bilal Muhammad all day. And it's that Merab's a mean little fucking gremlin, dude. Like he's absolutely throwing like some little hammers. He's got these like little fucking like little hammers that he's like fucking charging in with when he's fucking grappling. And he just like,
Toad, he's very different than those guys. He's very disrespected and undeservedly so. Like, I get it. Maybe, there are certain fights. The Jose Aldo fight, of course, he's getting the same bullshit that Mario Batista got for doing that to Jose Aldo. And it's fine to have a stinker every once in a while. We just saw it with Hamzat and DDP. We just saw it with Islam and JDM. Like, that shit happens. But generally speaking, especially during this title run, these last 5 fights, or the last 4 fights, O'Malley, Umar, O'Malley again, and Sandhagen, these last 4 fights, they were super goddamn entertaining. Yeah. Merab is going out there, and me and DS are doing our annual award show. I think after next week's card, we're going to be doing the award show. For a lot of people, Merab is the front runner for fighter, not just fighter of the year, fight of the year versus Umar.
Yes.
Like, it's been a kind of a light year for fight of the year, but just saying that a Merab fight is in the argument for fight of the year should show you that he's putting on some fun fucking performances. And I think the community is finally kind of starting to like come around on the idea of Merab as a champion, and not just a champion, an all-time great, which he is. And I hope he further solidifies that. I'm of course rooting for him.
Yeah. He goes into a lot of fights not even good. Like he's often injured and fucked up and just goes in and perseveres with that kind of control and pressure and output. It's actually insane. So I like Merab even more in this fight because he isn't nearly as dinged up as he's been in past fights that he's come out and been a fucking cannon. So it makes Merab just an undeniable truth. Like, it's not even a pick to me. It's Merab is the truth right now until we have someone who can handle the pressure and shut down the wrestling. If you can do that and then exchange and force him to strike with you and start to gas pedal on him, Merab loses all day. But it's because no one can have the brakes to withstand Merab's gas pedal, and he only holds it to the floor and he doesn't let off for 25 minutes. And that's fucking Merab. That's my bantamweight goat. Heading to Mount Rushmore for me very, very soon.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yep.
He's right there. And I feel like nobody would have fucking guessed that Merab would be one of those guys. Nobody would have fucking guessed that a couple years back, but here we
Maybe
fucking
you.
are. Maybe me, because I was fucking glazing. Like Jamal Witherspoon just said in the chat, W Merab glaze. Brother, I've been glazing for a fucking minute. I've been fucking glazing for many a moon at this fucking point. Anyways, guys, we went on for, I want to say, like 3 hours, including the little press conference thing that we did, which was just a fucking nightmare. It was just like a logistic nightmare to do that. If we're ever going to do that again, we got to figure it the fuck out. But anyways, guys,
we'll focus the fights first and then all the other stuff if people have time. That way we can get everybody to finish out a show. I feel bad. I know it takes a while to go around, but nonetheless, appreciate you driving ship, and shout out to everyone just kind of jamming, chilling. Also nice meeting you, man.
of course.
Likewise, bro.
It's been a good time being on this last couple pay-per-views, and I hope that regardless if it's from memories or, you know, big fight bets that you happen to cash on, I hope that it all hits the same and that you guys just enjoy your Saturday, or if you're lethal, your Sunday, depending where the fuck you're at in the world. But, you know, enjoy the fights. That's why we do it, man.
Well said, man. Likewise.
Appreciate you for coming on, Toad.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. I feel like a fucking kindergarten teacher with all you guys trying to like keep everyone in check, and I'm just like, God, this is going to shit, man.
I was pretty reined in overall.
There's like 40 comments I got to read through. I want to give, you know, the people their time. But anyways,
yeah,
that right
you
there,
killed it, man. Thank you.
That right there, guys, all the way that way. If you're watching on the like sideways view, that's Toad, or he's all the way down there. In the middle is DS from D107 MMA. I'm Dino Bam Bam. Shout out to Harry from Pro Smoke Bets. Shout out to Chris, Dana Black MMA. Go follow everybody.
On shout Instagram. Out to you handsome fellas out there, and ladies potentially. Doubtful, but potentially.
And Davey says, bless you, brothers. No, bless you, David. Bless you, Davey. Thank you guys so much for watching. DS, I don't know if we're going to be doing more content this week. If we are, we are. If we're not, it's been a fucking hell of a week of content. I'm excited for UFC 323. We have one more card after this, guys. Next week.
A quick gentleman's agreement. Let's all round up those locks, and I'll make a little graphic or something.
Let's do it.
And we'll make I'll put some cheddar on it for the boys.
Boom.
Let's
so
check.
Look for that.
Look out for that on Instagram.
Yep.
Facts. Look out for that. We're going to be doing our parlay thing. Yeah. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Do all that stuff. It means a lot to us. Anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, shout out to Schmo, Dana Black being able to make it. Much love, Lethal. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. And yeah,
type shit.
Thanks for both of you guys. Thanks for your time. People in chat, keep the comments rolling. Appreciate the questions.
Shout out Jamal Witherspoon. Shout out Blessingstrom. Shout out Ground Steady.
Shout out David. Shout out everybody that's been that one guy that was spewing fucking nonsense from earlier. Anyways,
shout out Malik, whatever the fuck. Shout out.
Come on through the weigh-in show if you guys aren't doing anything Friday night. Come through the weigh-in show.
Jamal Witherspoon's my guy though. Big ups. Shout out Mario Craft. That was the guy that was going out of his fucking mind earlier.
Dude, he was sending UFOs. I was kind of fucking with it. He was a good one.
Okay. Anyways, guys, we're fucking rambling.
Yeah.
Toad, DS, me, big ass comment coming in here. Tarot Destroyer. My boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma, or marry his identical twin brother whose testicles are in pretty good shape?
I think that's a pretty like, were you marrying him for his testicles to begin with? You know, but like, if it's like the same and their personalities are similar, like, yeah, go for the guy with the nuts.
I just went from showing off my Moreno shirt. Where did I come back to?
Oh,
This is the
nothing.
comment. Someone's asking about biting off testicles. Shout out Bilal's private island. Guys, we're off the fucking hinges. Look,
Yeah.
follow,
Love.
subscribe, do all
Okay.
that. Love you guys, appreciate you guys. And still
Peace.
times twice. Bye.
Crafty Vets. Let's go.